What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Rest of the Pit podcast. This review of the WWE's Royal Rumble 2025. The Rumble that was so good and unpredictable that it got everybody mad and up in a bunch, up in arms. They panties in a bunch, everything. I don't understand it, but we're gonna talk about it. But to keep in theme with making everybody mad, we're gonna wait because one thing I want to touch on for SmackDown that was pretty cool was the fact that CM Punk and Kevin Owens promo that was pretty good. It teased a future possible um feud with them. The fact that we got Kevin Owens admitting that he hates CM Punk just like everybody else. So it's like I like that story they continue with CM Punk that even though he came back, there are a lot of people who don't want him back. There's a lot of people that nobody that don't like him. And I like that Kevin Owens officially joins that list. So I just wanted to talk about that a little bit. And before we get on to the Rumble, because there's a lot to talk about in the Rumble. That's freaking crazy. It was only 4 matches, and it's so much.
Wow.
It was so much to talk about. But real quickly, Shay, what did you think about that CM Punk and Kevin Owens promo from SmackDown?
I'm trying to think. It was good. I was surprised he came out though, because I was like, well, but everybody was coming out different days anyway, so I wasn't really surprised. But it was pretty good for the most part. Delusional KO, as you usually say. Um, so, but I can't really remember. I guess could have been so long.
No, it wasn't much. He was remember he got interviewed by Joe Tessitore, and he was I guess it was supposed to be like an apology to him for the fact that nobody was covering his side of the story of this feud with him and Kevin Owens. But pretty much in Kevin Owens fashion, he just used it to say a big F you to Joe Tessitore that he didn't really want to interview. He just used it to get his to pull the title from off the thing. And which was weird because then all of a sudden Cody Rhodes had his title too when he came out for the Rumble. I'm like, when y'all supposed to just leave it on the thing? Yeah, what was the point of Saturday Night's Main Event of y'all relinquishing it and leaving it on the thing until the Rumble if y'all both were just gonna have it when y'all came out and the Rumble? So I thought that was weird, but we'll get to that later. But yeah, that's basically I guess Kevin Owens mentioned CM Punk. And everybody was just trying to lead him in the dust, like overlook him, like Cody Rhodes. It was just a short thing that Cody Rhodes was going to win, and he was CM Punk said I was coming, not gonna hear my name, but I wanted to apologize because I know what it's like to get interrupted. He name dropped Seth Rollins and how he hated when Seth Rollins interrupted him, and that he's wanted to also apologize for overlooking Kevin Owens because he's right. It's not a foregone conclusion that you're gonna lose or get past him. Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes is not gonna get past you. It could be very well you going to WrestleMania. And he just told him like, if it was you, then I'm gonna win the Rumble and see you at WrestleMania. I'm letting you know now. I'm gonna challenge you at WrestleMania. Ooh. So then they start throwing jabs at each other because he was saying, "Oh yeah, I don't like it." Like, you know what makes me I like even more the fact that you lose in the Royal Rumble and never get into main event WrestleMania. So he said in that case, I hope you don't win the Royal Rumble. And then CM Punk was like, "Oh yeah, well, here's some things I never done. I never lost to Logan Paul before." Ooh. And he said, I wonder who has done that. Oh yeah, that would be you. And I never lost. He said I never needed my friend. I never needed to gaslight and bully my friends into helping me win a match. And he was like, "Oh yeah, that's you too." And that I think like they was about to get in each other's faces. And he told him that if you get back in this ring, we gonna fight right here, right now.
But he was throwing them jabs.
Yeah, they were throwing jabs. So that was pretty much it. It was a good promo though. And then Kevin Owens just left. But I don't think we saw Kevin Owens the rest of that night. Or you didn't even see Cody that whole night either.
So. I was shocked. That was weird.
Yeah, it was. But I like the tease of them a possible feud with Kevin Owens. But real quick, Leo, what did you think about that? If you could remember, or
It was kind of fun just seeing Punk and Owens in the same ring. I feel like for me, this is a dream match that I really want to see happen at some point. I just feel like these two guys kind of have similar like characters in a sense. Like if you look at CM Punk in 2011, it's kind of reminiscent of what we have with Owens right now, which is pretty much like
Mhm.
a hero. And I just gravitate towards like characters like that. But I really hope that they do decide to have these two face each other, whether if it is potentially at a Mania this year, with WrestleMania being very unpredictable and we really don't know what matches are going to take place on the card this year. I would love to see that match on that card. Maybe we can hold off to it till SummerSlam. I think that'd be a cool match to have during the summertime. So hopefully we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. Well, that's all we wanted to talk about from SmackDown. Wasn't gonna get. It was a typical show, so it wasn't much to get into. Wasn't much to spend time on, but that was an interesting. That was the only thing I wanted to talk about because it did have Royal Rumble implications to it. So it was kind of leading into the Royal Rumble, and that was pretty much the only thing that kind of led into the Royal Rumble. But now, speaking of the Royal Rumble, we're gonna talk about Motor City Machine Guns versus DIY for the WWE Tag Team Championships. Um, and oh yeah, I'm pissing people off. We're not gonna get straight into the Jey Uso stuff. Oh no, we're gonna
Or
save it.
even or
No.
even the Charlotte stuff.
Oh, even the sorry stuff. Oh no, we're gonna get some stuff out the way first. We're gonna get some stuff out the way first. But this, I will admit, this was a great tag team match. It set up a lot of stuff. And the most important thing that people forget that I know, yes, I know the crowd reaction wasn't kind of there, but nobody, because that's because nobody realized the significance of it. If you think about it, when was the last time we had a tag team championship match on a pay-per-view?
WrestleMania 40. And if we're talking about like 2 out of 3 falls, the last time we got a tag team title match was literally the Usos and Chad Gable and Shelton Benjamin Royal Rumble 2018.
So the significance of that, the fact that that Triple H is like, yeah, we got to give a spot to this tag team title match, and we put DIY and Motor City Machine Guns in that situation, and they killed it. They killed
Mm,
it in the sense of they did what they needed to do. It might not have been in the sense of entertainment wise, but you got to admit they did what they needed to do to make them titles feel important, and that was the main goal. To me, it was kind of entertaining, and for the most part, I just wanted to see if they was going to really give them, was it going to be like a super quick match, or was it going to give them some type of significant time? And they did do that. They gave them some type of significant time. They made the tag teams feel important, the tag team championships feel important, and for the most part, they put over both DIY, the Motor City Machine Guns, and the Street Profits by that matter. But it was a good match that went back and forth. The first fall went to the DIY, and that was a smart tactic how they did that first fall. They faked the tag, and then everybody got confused. And I think Tommaso Ciampa was the one trying to tag Johnny Gargano, but they faked it, and Johnny Gargano pretended like he was in the match, but he was still Tommaso, and Tommaso got the pinfall. Then the Motor City Machine Guns will pick up the second fall. And then the third fall will go to DIY when the Street Profits just made a return out of nowhere, blasted the Motor City Machine Guns, causing them to lose. But the caveat here is they wasn't there to help DIY. Oh no, they was only there to help DIY because they want to take it from DIY for injuring them and preventing them from having their match against Motor City Machine Gun. So they took out DIY as well.
mm-hmm.
And somewhere in that match too, Tommaso got busted open. I forgot how he exactly did that, but he did get busted open somewhere within that match. With after they got taken out, the Street Profits, somebody who we didn't even see coming was the one standing tall at the end of all of this with the belts. But yeah, it was a pretty good match. It did what it needed to do as far as the importance of the tag team championships, which it gets I want to say an A+ for me. It gets like more like a B+ because it succeeded where it needed to succeed at. Could it have been a better match? Sure, but it did succeed what it needs to see that. And a match like this did need to be on a pay-per-view instead of on a
Mm-hmm.
regular SmackDown or Raw or whatever. But Leo, what did you think about that tag team match?
Honestly, it was decent, but I felt like the match felt rushed to me. The reason I say that is because within the first 10 minutes, both teams already scored a fall. Like,
Mm,
I would have preferred if, within the first 10 minutes, maybe one team gets a fall and then they drag it out, drag more drama into it to build to that final fall where the team does win. I felt like they just kind of just went into it, rushed it, and it kind of showed too, just because. And then on top of that, like you said, I think the Street Profits. I kind of felt like the Street Profits were going to return because I think DIY needed to retain, right? Because you
yeah,
want to establish them as the tag team to take down, and they're involved with numerous stories, with Street Profits being one of them, and the other story with Pretty Deadly, because I feel like Pretty Deadly are going to turn face at some point. So what do you do here? I think the goal that they're going to set up, I don't know if it's going to be at Chamber or Mania. We're going to see a 4-way tag team match. But they have been also teasing some stuff where Tamatanga and Jacob could probably get in here. They've
mm-hmm,
also teased Los Lotharios potentially turning face as well.
mm-hmm,
What I'm thinking might happen. We have Chamber. I know we're gonna have a man and a woman. I know we're gonna have both of those. We know the men's will be used to serve as who will be the challenger for Cody at Mania.
right.
But I will say this: what I think is going to happen. It's not a confirmed thing. It might just be wishful thinking. I would not be surprised if we get a tag team elimination chamber match with DIY defending those tag team titles against Motor City Machine Guns, Street Profits, Los Lotharios, Pretty Deadly.
Mm,
And if you want to have the bloodline in there as well, I could see all of them being part of um this match, because they've all have been wrapped around tag team gold. All of them want that championship. All of them do. If you want to be honest, this is leagues above Monday Night Raw. Leagues above Monday Night Raw. Raw
mm,
has nobody. You had
yeah.
JD be taken out. Hey, all props to JD. You earn my respect. But still, who do you have after this? A-Town Down Under? Nobody really is going to be too keen on that. I mean, besides, you have them in NXT right now.
Yeah, which is weird. Like you
And
brought
both of
them
them
over
are
to
going to be
Raw,
going
and
to
then
begin.
they
Then they're
in NXT
and then
beefing with
they're going to
Oklahoma
be
City.
and now they're going to be in attack and be in a title match for the NXT Championship. Which I probably hopefully for whatever reason, please do it, WWE. Just turn Austin Theory face.
Oh
How
Lord.
much longer do we have to wait for Austin Theory to turn face? I don't know how many times I have to keep drilling it through people's head that Austin Theory could be the face of the company,
Ah,
or one of the faces.
maybe.
What I mean by that, if he's on a show, he could be in the top 3 faces of that show, like babyface wise. It could be him, it could be Cody, you know, Damian. You know what I mean? You could have those guys as faces. I just don't understand why people just don't really like Austin Theory. People just crap on his booking when it wasn't even his fault to begin with. But I don't know. I going back to the tag title stuff. I think that's what they do. Maybe you do that, or you should do straight up fatal 4-way at WrestleMania, and you could just do DIY, Street Profits, Motor City, Pretty Deadly. You could do those 4 teams at Mania, and then maybe you could change the titles there. You have a plethora of ways you could do it. You can have Pretty Deadly get the shocking win, but it also makes sense. Or you can have Street Profits reclaim the titles and finally put it into their losing streak of not being able to have tag team gold for quite some time now. So maybe that's the road that they're going to go in.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, you're right. There's multiple possibilities. multiple things we got ways we could go with this tag team stuff. But I guess Friday would tell us more. Shay, what did you think about the tag team match?
It was better than I expected. I thought I was gonna take a bathroom break. I was eating my chicken wings and I was like, I might have to take a bathroom break, but actually, no, it was pretty good. It was better than I expected. But I thought oh boy was hurt. How Dawkins hurt? Or is it
No,
because
Dawkins was the one hurt. Montez was the one
okay.
that was good.
He
Yeah,
came
I
out of
thought it was
nowhere. I was like, what?
They okay. They was reporting that it was Montez that was hurt, but I
What
guess
is
it was
up?
actually Dawkins.
I don't understand what it is about wrestlers returning in black hoodies. It's just a trope that we have in wrestling now. When somebody wants to turn, they come back in a black hoodie.
Do some all red. They should have did all red or
You
something.
could have did all blue. You could have did
Yeah.
red.
I mean,
You could have did all white.
I think that's just been a trope since forever. Like I
Bro,
remember them doing them back in the day. They've been doing that since almost not almost because they didn't used to do it. I would say that like when I started watching in 1995, they didn't do it then, but it was like something they started in the 2000s.
I was like, God. But I
yeah,
know I knew that the City Machine Guns wasn't going to win,
no.
but it was coming. Like I was like, okay, who's going to come out because they about to win.
I thought
So
Pretty Deadly would have came out there just because
me
Yeah, I
too.
thought it was pretty deadly.
you
I
could
did,
have just
like I
said
said,
like
I didn't
like
see the Street Profits coming.
Me either. I was like, oh,
nah,
ain't he hurt?
Yeah, and they didn't
nah.
look hurt to me.
Well, when he was beating him with that crutch, I was
Nah,
crying.
when they started beating on DIY, I was like, dang, they had a pound of flesh to come into them. They
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
was waiting for that
Hopefully they
for
get it
months.
now. They need to win now because they need to stop, booking them like that to lose. They need to win if they're going to push the Street Profits again for the tag team titles.
And that's what they
Yeah.
look like they doing. They look like they
At
pushing
that
them.
point, if you don't put the tag titles in them at this point, I don't know what you do. Maybe you just break them up at that point. If you just
Yeah,
don't put the
Right.
titles on them,
if you don't put the titles on them within the next couple of months, I don't
just
But I
work
like
understand.
them.
how they've been using BFAB though, since they couldn't use the Street Profits. I like
Yeah,
that. Y'all
I
need to
like.
keep using BFAB.
BFAB, I feel like I know people been going like bananas and saying like, "Oh, I'm talking crazy." I said if they can keep the trajectory that they're on with BFAB, by the end of the year, she can possibly win that U.S. championship.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I like BFAB.
Definitely. All right. Whoo! This match
Don't say
right
that.
here. This match right here. Kevin Owens versus Cody Rhodes.
Lord
Oh
Match of the
Jesus.
night. Match of
my
the night.
God. That was match of the night. These guys killed each other. Holy, it lived up to everything. And I will admit, since Cody became champion, this was the best feud he had.
Yeah.
Since he became champion, it's the best feud before was him and Roman, but now it's him and Cody. Because wow,
Oh
I
yeah.
mean, if you, I wouldn't be surprised if either one of them got a cracked rib or broken something. Something got to be really
And he got
broken
busted open.
because Jesus Christ, they was
Especially
beating.
Kevin. That man got busted open in that match.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
but I mean, holy crap! Like whoa, yeah. Everybody was just saying holy s at the same time. It was like
I thought he
the
died in that
definitive.
match.
Yeah.
He
For
looked
So
Kevin,
bad.
I thought Kevin Owens was dead.
yeah, but to set it up, so I mean, it was standard pretty much at the beginning. They was beating the heck out of each other. They fought from the ring to in the crowd. They're back to the ring. Then once they got back to the ring, that's when the ladders started really coming to play. They started really using the ladders in that I want to say middle part. The beginning part was just basic wrestling and slash beating the heck out of each other. Then the middle part is then when they got back to the ring after they got to the crowd and they started using the ladders. And that's when this match picked up. Once the ladders got introduced, it was just ladder spots after ladder spot. With that first one being that Cody Rhodes got put through the little I forgot what you call that part to keep the ladder steady and open. Cody Rhodes getting body dropped through that. I'm just like, holy crap! That there we go. I felt my back hurt on that one. I was like, oh God, that had to hurt. And
Yeah.
then they from there they just beat the crap out of each other with that. Kevin Owens set up the ladder, but that would ultimately become his own doom.
The
Um,
Alabama.
that with the in between the table and the
Woo!
ring, but that would come later. They just kept hitting each other. They with the ladder and stuff, and then when they got in the ring with the ladder, oh my god, the ladder spots in the ring. I swear for God, Cody busted his head so many times in this match. I didn't see how he was not bleeding from the skull, especially when Kevin Owens did that off the top ropes onto that ladder on
Chef's
Cody
kiss.
Rhodes. That I was
Then
just
the
like,
Alabama Slam was just
Woo!
the Alabama Slam.
oh.
Good
And
God.
but yeah, like I'm like Cody, I'm like, is they gonna let Cody be the first person to superplex Kevin Owens? Nope. Kevin Owens hit him with that fisherman hook suplex onto that ladder. And if you seen it, Cody hit arm head first. He didn't even hit back. And I'm just like, oh God, and that was so real because you saw how he kept kicking the ring because he was like really in pain. I was like, oh God, that hurt. Um,
Yeah.
then when he but when Cody when Kevin Owens tried to hit Cody with that package pile driver on the ladder, but then he reversed it and made Kevin Owens go back first onto that ladder. I'm like, oh God, my back and my spleen. I was holding my back like, oh God, that had to hurt. I don't understand how Kevin Owens and them are moving because that had to hurt. I'm gonna be like, bro, just go climb up the ladder. I'm done. That ladder shot hurt. But no, it was getting
Yeah.
worse. As Leo kept mentioning, um, eventually they'll go back and forth some more. At one point after that ladder spot with Kevin Owens off this rope, they kind of tried to see if they were gonna stop the match. Could any of them continue to compete, but Kevin Owens got up first and he was just like, no, we about to finish this. But then as it kept going on, then Kevin Owens eventually got busted open. It looked like it happened when Cody Rhodes caught his second win and his second frustration. He just started ramming his head on the announcer table, and he was just cracked open after that. And then eventually, like I was talking about earlier with Leo, like Leo was saying, eventually it led to Kevin Owens trying to drop Cody Rhodes through that ladder that was set up between the ring and the announcer table, only for I think he was going to try to do another package power driver, but then Cody reversed it to the Alabama Slam, and my God, Kevin Owens looked like he lost his head.
It was so bad they had to
it,
bring
it,
Sami Zayn out there.
right. Sami Zayn came out. Sami Zayn would come out, but he didn't interfere like I guess
Good.
Kevin Owens wanted him to. He was just more so there checking on. He came out after
The
um
damage was done.
after the
That was
damage was
good.
done. Like when he first came, it was when Kevin Owens did that superplex, that fisherman hook suplex on Cody Rhodes off the top rope. And when they was both just laying there, that's when Sami Zayn came through the crowd to check on them. And he just stayed there ever since until the end. He tried to stop Kevin Owens from doing the package power driver on Cody, but then he also tried to stop Cody from doing the Alabama Slam, but it was no stopping Cody, and he just sent Kevin Owens through that ladder, and I was just like, oh wow, okay, that was a demolition derby. And then Cody Rhodes will eventually go up and climb up and get the championship and win the match. Though I thought he was just going to unhook it. I get like to unhook the whole thing that the belts was on, but he just pulled the belts off instead. Which it looked like at first he was trying to unhook it, but then he just was like, no, let me just get that. And then the referee, I like how the referee came to help steady the ladder because it did look like that ladder was about to fall while Cody was on it. But that was self kiss. That match was hard hitting. That match was brutal. That was the first time in a long time we had a brutal ladder match like that. And my God, it was brutal. I like before I pass it off, I want to say they did do like videos after on their like social media and YouTube and stuff like that, saying that Cody Rhodes was like injured so much that he couldn't do like the post
The
show
press
press,
conference, yeah.
and that his status in ring status might be in question, whether or not he might be able to make it to Elimination Chamber or WrestleMania or anything like that. And they said they didn't even have an update on Kevin Owens. They just had
He
an
will be
update
on
on.
SmackDown.
He
They did
will
say
be
that.
on SmackDown though. They did say that he will be on SmackDown, but as injury wise, they didn't know what the condition Kevin Owens was in, but they did know something about Cody Rhodes. So that was like the little caveat to that. But otherwise, yeah, this was good. I was on the edge of my seat, and I was just like, "Holy crap, this is good." Yeah, and this is my match of the night. This is my match of the night. But Shay, what did you think about this match with Kevin Owens and Cody Rhodes?
Woo, when KO had stood Cody up, that boy was standing up. I was like, yeah. This is getting good. Them ladders look like it was hurting because they was like pulling pieces apart, using it. I'm like, okay, boy, you saw when Cody was taunting old boy when he was standing on, on the ring and he was
Yeah.
holding both titles and he went to stand over. I
Oh
said,
yeah,
yeah.
that that everybody would say that might be the sign of Cody's heel turn
No,
because
even
Yeah.
he
some of
was
his
'cause it was like
indie,
he was gloating.
Yeah,
it
he
was
was
something
doing it to
other.
Sammy
His
too.
attire, his attire, because the attire that he had on was something similar to some of his indie and Ring of Honor stuff. And when he was doing that, he was a heel, so he
Mm,
was paying homage to some of that attire. And he had like a puffy type jacket.
Oh yeah, that
mhm.
jacket was hard, bruh.
Yeah, I like that jacket. I did. I liked that jacket.
I felt
Uh,
bad for Sammy because but I have a feeling Cody about to go in on Sammy. Watch. You stay there and make sure your friend KO was okay, but what about me? I'm your friend too. Ooh, sorry, Sammy.
Sammy got an interesting next couple of months. I will say that he
Yeah, I'm
got a
about to
very,
talk about Sammy in just a second here.
he got an interesting next couple of months. But now, Leo, it's on you, buddy. What do you think?
This match was so fire. Can we just all celebrate and congratulate Kevin Owens for being the MVP of the Royal Rumble year after year, putting up some of the best matches every
Mm-hmm.
single time? He had a great match when he faced Roman Reigns as Universal Champion in 2017. He had a good match with Logan Paul for the U.S. title last year. He had a good match with Roman Reigns at the Royal Rumble in 2021 and 2023.
Yep.
And he did once again with Cody Rhodes.
Mm.
This guy, it continues to be impressive. But like you said, I think they are definitely telling the story of the dissension into madness of one Cody Rhodes. Because Cody Rhodes, with the attire, his mannerisms throughout the match, and the fact that even after he won the match, he still gloated and went back over there while Sammy was attending to his friend. And
Mm-hmm.
he literally held the titles up over both Kevin Owens and Sammy. And he says, you can hear him mimic these words. And he said, and I quote, your friend Kevin Owens, he asked for this.
Yeah, he kept saying that. He like he asked for this. I didn't want this. He asked for this. Mm.
But now, what's next for Cody? Is it a certain Yeet man, or is it whoever is on the other side of that chamber? Because we already know Cena is announced to be in that chamber. I'm sure
Mhm.
Punk is going to be in that chamber. I'm sure Seth will be in that chamber. I'm sure
Mm-hmm.
Roman will
True.
be part of that chamber. I'm sure Drew will
Petty
probably be part
Drew.
of that chamber. You could probably put a Damian Priest in there if you want to. You could put an LA Knight if you want to. You can put the phenomenal
AJ
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 Styles.
Styles.
Styles. And we're gonna
That
get on him in a minute.
Now that's who you should put in that chamber. Could you imagine if they decided to run it back one more
Ooh, this
time?
is gonna be so good.
But I think a
Oh,
certain
we
Second City Saint,
and we're forgetting on one
the
Mr.
favorite.
Viper.
Oh
Oh
my
yeah.
man.
He's due back
Here's another person.
anytime now.
Here's another person. Based on what we just said just a second ago, Sami Zayn. Sami
Oh
Zayn
yeah.
might not take too kindly of what Cody Rhodes had to say, and he might not be taking too kindly of the disrespect that was shown. He might want to get his league back and win that chamber and go on to WrestleMania and win the championship. Could you imagine the visual of both Sami Uso and Jey Uso both winning the
Yeet.
championship? And Jimmy Uso
Yeet.
winning the championship on as well, because I think we're going back to a little bit of a pay-per-view called WrestleMania 20, where we've seen a certain Eddie Guerrero and another person we don't like to talk about. But we can see the same thing that be replicated with both Jey Uso and Jimmy Uso both winning championship gold in that same night, where we have we having Jey Uso win the world championship and we have Jimmy Uso win the US. And what better way to have it would be this right here. Roman Reigns acknowledges Jey Uso, and he passes the Ula Fala down to Jey and says, "You're in charge now. It's your time." He even literally, I think we're gonna play into that, because after we seen him win, which we'll get into later, we seen a video of Jimmy celebrating and Jacob Fatu celebrating. And what does Roman do? He goes to social media and says, "Yeet."
Oh, I missed that.
He went on Twitter and says, "Yeet." And I feel, what better visual do you have at the end of WrestleMania 41? Roman acknowledges Jacob. He acknowledges Jey. He acknowledges Jimmy. Because now Jimmy is champion. Jey is champion. And Roman acknowledges his family. And he passes the Ulafada down to Jey. And Jey is now the new tribal chief of WWE.
Wow, that's a
That's a lot. That's a lot right there.
And
I got to take that in.
I would talk about it when we get there, but yeah, this has so many implications. And if the leaks are true about the Elimination Chamber, this ain't the last we've seen of Kevin Owens and Cody Rhodes.
Oh, good God. Oh, yeah, one more time in Canada?
Well, he could lose in front of his family? That's not cool.
I mean, Sammy had to do it.
I mean, then again, this whole Royal Rumble didn't go the way the leaks said it was going to go. So, therefore, those leaks could be not real either. But we'll see. But that was a good match, though. This was match of the night. But all right, prepare myself. Moving on. The women's Royal Rumble.
Yes. Woo!
Shoot me now. This is not saying the women's Royal Rumble was bad. This women's Royal Rumble was great. I just don't like the winner. I don't like the winner.
It hasn't been good since like 2020. That was the last good one.
No.
What did Bianca? No, that was 21. My bad. 21.
I knew I was prepared. I knew it was going to happen. I was hoping that they swerved it, but they didn't. They swerved it a little bit about who was going to be the final four, but yeah.
But nobody cared. That's the thing with the final four. No, people will usually care who's in the final four. Nobody cared who was in the final four because we knew it was about to happen. Nobody in that final four stood a chance.
Not even Nia Jax.
No.
That's my girl.
But before we get there, the women's Royal Rumble was spectacular. We had we had some returns. We had a fake out. Jordan Grace, I'm looking at you.
Let's go.
I'm at my mom's for her birthday, and then she pops up at the Royal Rumble.
Alexa did the same thing. She said she was at home with her kids.
Oh, no, and then you too, Miss Bliss. But welcome back. But you too, Miss Bliss.
And Nikki Bella.
Talking about contract disputes, and then you turn up at number 21. Man, that crowd.
She wasn't. Here's the thing.
That roof landed over here by me.
Now, here's the thing, though. Alexa Bliss was not supposed to be in the Rumble. It was a last-minute decision. Apparently, Shotzi was supposed to be in the Rumble, but I'm glad it was Alexa. No disrespect to Shotzi. It just nobody would have cared if Shotzi was in there.
Nobody.
Even when they did
cared, I wouldn't think she was gonna win.
But here's the thing: even when Alexa did come out, I feel like you should have switched her and Nikki Bella. Nikki Bella should have came out at 21, and Alexa should have come out at 30.
Right.
Because nobody cared. Nobody really cared.
She just want to be there because John Cena was there. Like, we all know.
Nikki Bella, like, nobody cared that she was there. Like, especially
I want to say nobody cared because she got a big pop.
But at 30, though, at the 30th entrant,
They could do
I mean,
Alexa Bliss.
they ran through everybody at that
Bro,
point. It was
it's
nobody.
just I was just surprised. It's like no Jay Cargill,
Right.
no
Oscar.
AJ, no Oscar, no Becky,
I mean,
Yeah.
did we realistically think they was gonna be able to get AJ?
no Michelle McCool,
I
no
mean,
Gail Kim, no
no
Mickey
Michelle
Mickey
James.
McCool,
James. Mickey
they
James was in the
kept
audience, bro. What did you do it?
I mean, yeah, they could have had Mickey, but I didn't expect Mickey to be in there.
Even
I knew
Masha
she was gonna be
Slamovich
there.
from TNA, even Masha Slamovich from TNA, because they always make a big deal of the TNA people coming over to WWE.
Yeah, I'm surprised Jade wasn't in there. I was really shocked. Like, Jade, you supposed to come back.
But I
Well,
think
didn't
Yeah.
she's
remember?
still injured.
Yeah, remember we didn't. Jay being back was on was on the thing of was she really injured or was this a work? And her not being there, I think she was true. I think she really was injured.
Me too.
So I think that proves her not being there and proves that she really was injured, and
So
this is
she
not
might
a
even be
work.
back. It's a possibility she might even be back in time for Mania.
Right. That means I think if she didn't come back tonight, the earliest she could come back from whatever's going on with her will be in the next coming weeks. But if we don't see her in the next coming weeks, yeah, she might not be back until after Mania.
Because if she, like you said, if she's not back in the next few weeks, especially because on social media, Adam Pearce says tomorrow we are going to start qualifying for the chamber matches. Now we don't know who's going to be in the qualification matches, but they're going to start
Right.
qualifying tomorrow. So it gives me reason to believe if Jade is not back by chamber, she's not coming back until after Mania.
Yeah, if she's not back by Chamber for these qualifying matches, then she's not coming back at all until after Mania. I won't say at all. That was the wrong choice of words, but she's not coming back until after Mania. But yeah, we did. I didn't think. I thought Becky might be there because
But she was shooting a movie.
she was shooting the movie. So, I mean, realistically, she was like out of everybody that we was expected to be back, she was the most realistic person to come back because they still despite people's thinking, she's not really unsigned with WWE. She's signed with WWE. She's just taking extended time off.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
But I think she'll be back in time for Mania. I feel like
I feel like she'll be back in time for Mania if she decides to come back. They do have a daughter. They do want to be there to actually raise said daughter. So I understand. It's hard when you're a superstar like that.
But kids.
With kids. So, because that's really realistically and being real for a moment, being a WWE superstar is a real time consuming demanded job. You make sacrifices. Yeah. And it's a lot of sacrifice that people might not be able to deal with. I mean, you got to be very strong-willed because if you got kids, you're not going to really be there. You're going to miss birthdays. You're going to miss stuff. Like they talk about that because that's real. They miss funerals. They miss a lot of things because they on the road 365 days out of the year. So, well, maybe not 365 anymore, but But anyway, so the women's Royal Rumble was pretty good. They got, like I said, we got Jordan Grace. We did get
Trish,
Nikki Bella. We got Trish. I didn't really. AJ Lee was alongside.
No, but they said she was there.
No, she wasn't there. She
no,
she wasn't there. They had a list of people that were backstage but weren't used. Now, Omos was one of them.
Omos,
surprisingly enough, Matt Cardona was backstage, but they didn't use him.
Yep, Matt Cardona was
How
there.
did they not use Matt Cardona in the men's Rumble? You could have literally had him come out at number 8.
Yeah.
But you had ISO Speed.
That was funny.
ISO Speed got the Pajeepers speared out of him. And he went on to literally say,
we jumping ahead. But yeah, that was crazy with ISO Speed. But we jumping ahead. Hold on. We're gonna get the ISO Speed in the men's in a minute. We need to get Charlotte and them out the way.
Good God Almighty. Charlotte needs to just pack it up and go home.
So like I said, the match was it was standard. Most of the women in the match is our current main roster with
5 NXT. 5 were NXT.
Yeah, 5 was NXT. Because what we had
Jada
Lash
Parker,
Legend, we had
Julia,
Jada Parker, Julia, Stephanie,
Stephanie.
and Roxanne.
Hmm. Shout
Yes.
out to
So
Roxanne for having the Iron Woman
oh
performance.
yeah, and that's why we're gonna get Liv. So Liv, Roxanne, and Io started the match
Yeah,
with Liv,
EO was killing it.
with Io and Liv being number one, number two. Well, Io was number one and Liv was number two, and then
For the
Roxanne was
second
number
time.
three. Yeah, and they had the Iron Women performance. They made it to basically all three made it over an hour with Roxanne Perez, making it the longest because she lasted the longest to the final two. But that I wanted to shout that out. It might have not have been the way I wanted it to go as far as who I was rooting for Liv. And I knew like I wanted her to be the swerve. I didn't want us to go the normal route because Charlotte didn't need it. She didn't. It's money is a good business move. Don't get me wrong. Business wise, yeah, that was a good move. But booking wise, did she really need the Rumble ring? No, she
Heck
didn't
no.
No.
need it. She didn't need it, but it was a good business decision. It's a good as a businessman, I would say that was a good business decision. As a fan, we could have used with Roxanne Perez or Liv Morgan, even though I know Liv Morgan is already a previous champion, but she will be somebody new, as in winning the Royal Rumble and getting that stamp of approval. We put in our faith
Our
behind
faith
you.
in behind her, yeah.
Yeah, but so that when it comes to Liv, that's what I wanted. Roxanne Perez would have made another good one, but be on the lookout for her because she did make it to the final two, and that shows a lot of faith in her for to put
Yeah.
her in the final two with Charlotte. That means they got a lot of faith in Roxanne Perez. So be
They
on the
do see
lookout
big
for her.
things in her for sure.
So be on the lookout in the next coming months for her rise on the main roster. She's definitely coming to the main roster.
Yeah, she already
Uh,
said it. She already said it. She already said, main roster, look out. So and I already feel like they're gonna have her and Bailey feud going into Mania.
mm-hmm. So yeah, then standard up until I think number 21 when it was Alexa Bliss. I think that was like I think everybody else was pretty standard. Up we had that was the mixture of NXT because Last Legend came out before that. And then I like how they did the presentation for Alexa Bliss because they kept every time somebody came out, they just kept it in the ring until the music hit. But when number 21 hit, instead of standing in the ring, we shoot to the entrance and it was nothing for a minute. It was just 21. Then we was like, who's 21? Then she came out with her theme like gimmick. Dinner, 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 dinner.
I was like, yeah, at least she's
Like,
back.
I said, oh my God, Alexa Bliss is here. And she came out with a big ass Lily doll. I'm like, oh
And on
God.
top of that, it doesn't look like she's gonna be with White Six because
No, hold on. No, her music tells you she might be.
No,
Her,
the only reason why I say that
The
because
jacket.
the jacket, yes, but PW Insider already confirmed that Alexa will be going to Raw.
okay.
So
That
I don't know
jacket
how you would do
hard.
that because if Alexa Bliss on Raw and you have the White Six on SmackDown, I just don't.
No, I mean if she goes to Raw, then she won't be with the Y6. But they left the door open in case they wanted to switch it up because she did came out referencing Bray Wyatt. And I think it was like a custom I think it said Bray Wyatt forever or something like that.
What I think is gonna happen with her, they're probably gonna do like a Three Faces of Foley type character where she's like the goddess. She can pull out the demon, the demonic type persona like she had with Bray Wyatt, like during certain feuds. Kind of like how Finn Balor does with the demon. He'll bring it out on certain occasions, but most of the time he's just his normal self.
Mm-hmm. But if you notice, the theme song they chose for her Rumble entrance was not the theme song she used before she went on this hiatus. They went back to her mixture
Cutesy.
of her Little Miss Bliss entrance
Right.
and that theme entrance where it just like it was like it starts off like her regular entrance, but then it goes into that demonic stuff. So they did tease that she might have a more of a fiendish or Bray Wyatt character. We don't know, but it was teased. She did have Bray Wyatt gear. She did have the Harley Quinn hair. So maybe she is going to be leaning into this Harley Quinn story, but it was a good surprise. That was like the best surprise between the men's and the women's. What besides say his name, he appears. We won't say his name yet, but he but that was like the other best surprise between both Rumbles. But Alexa Bliss was definitely one because what they was releasing up until then, and I kept we said it in previous videos. I said in the prediction too that might have been just to throw us off, but it was, but it was like it did put that maybe she won't be there. I mean, they said it's contract disputes and all that type of stuff, and then somehow in the 7th hour or the 11th hour, they did a CM Punk. It was like they must have fixed everything. It was like, Alexa, get your butt in there. Because she came out and that crowd blew the roof off. I swear to God, I heard the roof land over here by me in Ohio. Because that
She got the biggest pop of the show. She's literally got one of the biggest.
She got one of the biggest pops of the show.
Yep.
And I'm like, you know what? She might win this. She might win it.
No, she didn't.
Just with so now that we got to the number 21, I don't think like I said, we got Jada, then we got after 21, that's where we got Julia and Stephanie, Trish. Number 27 was
and what pissed me off is like they literally told you they were going to do it. She was the only woman that got pyro.
I'm happy. She deserves it.
Right. That's why I said, I'm like, she came out and did pyro. I'm like, she winning. I'm like, nobody is, and mind you, it's a lot of women who got pyro that came in that was in that match. And nobody got to use their pyro but Charlotte. And they said it. Oh my God, Charlotte, she gets pyro? And I'm like, yeah, she's winning.
Well, duh, because you keep booking her like that.
I'm like,
but she might be out of the WrestleMania plans because of people might have to pivot now. WWE might have to pivot again.
Wow.
What happened?
Because social media engagement is very negative right now. Similar to what remember like when the last year when Cody had to give up his spot and like that video had like
okay.
So right now, the video of Charlotte winning the Rumble has 4,000 likes and over 11,000 dislikes.
Yeah, because she didn't need it.
Nobody cared of you winning another Rumble, bro.
No, I and this is no shade. I know Shay was happy that Charlotte won, but I didn't care that she won.
I didn't care, bro. Like this is the one thing that I hate. I don't like about the Chamber. Why is it that the men's match, for one, when it comes up to the final two, they actually have a back and forth, compelling match to where you can care for both people instead of just literally having when it comes out to the final two, we don't even have a match. The person that's on the outside, they just get kicked out of the ring.
Right. They actually fought.
And then
that was a crazy part. Charlotte and Roxanne
just kicked her, and that was it.
Yes, they didn't even fight. It was like I expected more out of Nia, Roxanne, and Charlotte. By the way, yes, the final three was Charlotte, Nia, and Roxanne.
But they pushed Nia, and she just fall. I'm like, well, goddamn, y'all could at least let her fight.
When they had Nia come out there, that was literally the worst thing that they could have did because of how they did her. I get it. She's a strong competitor.
She came out.
No, she got the most eliminations.
Right? But the thing is, all she did was literally push people. She didn't do anything.
Well, she got the most eliminations in history of WWE.
Out of pity. She didn't do anything.
Yeah, I ain't gonna sit here and say like they gave that to her because they wanted to keep her star power strong, but it was also because we're gonna put Charlotte over here, and we're not giving
Here's the thing.
Sorry, Nia, we're just gonna put Charlotte over.
Why is it they continue to do this? And this is a fact. This is a fact. In 2020, who won? Charlotte. Who won the year before that? Becky Lynch won. What happened last year? Bayley wins. Bayley
won.
And it happens this year. We literally get Another 4 horsewomen winning back to back. Can we stop relying on the 4 horsewomen at this point? Please, please, please. It is a travesty. People, and here's another thing. Nobody knew who half the people that entered that match was, because nobody even got an ounce of nobody even cared. Because why? They don't book half of the women's division for the fans to even care. When the music played, they didn't know. They didn't even give anybody a reaction. When Raquel came out there, she didn't get a reaction. When Michi came out there, no reaction.
I do like Raquel's new music, though. I do like her new music.
How are you supposed to get fans invested in your product, invested in your company and your women talent, if you're continuously relying on the same women every single year? Every time we come to a Royal Rumble, we're gonna be like, oh, which star is gonna be made? Which star is gonna be made? But guess what? It ain't a new star that's gonna be made. It's the same star that we've been using for the past 10 years.
Yeah. To be fair, though, Raquel, I will give a pass on Raquel because she had absolutely new music,
but nobody.
I didn't even know who that was. I'm like, who is that coming out? Like, who music is this?
The only person I knew was Trish Stratus.
Okay.
And then WWE is so confused why the fans hate on them. It's because you continuously do stuff like this. If you want the fans to continue to keep watching you, give them a reason to watch.
Yeah.
You think as an average fan, do you think somebody is really going to want to sit up here and keep going to the Rumbles if it's continuously being Charlotte wins, Bianca wins, Rhea wins? Nobody's going to want to come to watch your show because nobody wants to see those women over and over and over.
Nobody, buddy.
We already knew Charlotte was going to face Tiffany Stratton at WrestleMania. Everybody knew that. You could be a fan for the first day. You knew that was going to be a match that's going to happen. The Battle of the Blondes. We knew that was going to happen. You could have literally gave it to anybody else, had Charlotte win the Chamber, then still got your end goal, which was her and Tiffany Stratton.
You still could have got.
You could have got it, but here's the thing: anybody. Let's be honest. She did not need it. The Royal Rumble should be to create new stars, not continuously push stars of yesteryear.
Yesteryear. That was a good one.
She's been the same woman getting on the main posters, the main event since 2015 when she arrived.
Yeah.
And 10 years later, she's still on top. And nobody still hasn't been able to take her down, no matter who you put against her.
That's what I'm trying to figure out. I'm like, we crying about Jay winning the Rumble,
but Jay was way more fun. Was more fun because at least they took a chance and won somebody nobody would have thought would have won.
Yeah, we got crybabies about Jay.
That's why people would have liked it if you would have put it on a Liv Morgan. You could have put it on on an EO. You could have put it on Alexa Bliss.
Yeah, EO would have been fire.
But you wanted to literally put it on Charlotte. No one needs Charlotte this would have been a great way to have Charlotte go into the Chamber, earn her way. This would have been good for Charlotte. If she would have won the Chamber, she could have earned her way to fight Tiffany.
Yeah,
it's handed to her.
Yeah, they handed.
A Royal Rumble, anybody can win it. All you have to do is survive and throw somebody over in the end. That's all you have to do.
Yep. At first, I thought Nikki was going to win because it was pushing her like I had a feeling she was going to try to cheat to win. I knew. I just had a feeling.
But then when it comes to the Chamber, you don't just survive. You have to go through a grueling match against all comers. The only good thing coming out of this with Charlotte winning is now that the Women's Elimination Chamber is unpredictable because we don't know who's going to be in it. You could put Bianca in there. You could put Io in there. You could put Liv. You could put Alexa. You could put Jordan Grace if you want to. You could put Naomi. If Jay Cargill goes back in time, put her in there. You got Chelsea Green.
Please no.
Yeah. That's like the best case scenario you could get out of this
Bailey
Rumble is that now the Women's Elimination Chamber match will be unpredictable for who faced Rhea.
Bro,
we don't
I kid you not. If they have a woman that's a 4 horsewoman win next year, it's going to be a problem. It's going to be a riot. I don't know which riot's going to be worse. The riot for Luka Doncic going to the Lakers, or what the riot's going to be like next year, or what the riot's going to be like next year if we have a 4 horsewoman win.
Bro, I was so blown by that because I'm sitting up here going crazy over the Royal Rumble. Then I check my phone. I check Facebook. The first thing I see when I get on Facebook, Luka Doncic and Anthony Davis has been traded, both swapped for each other's team. I'm like,
But yes, I said I beg your pardon. Ain't no
I
way they
beg
did
your
this.
pardon. I said,
They,
what now? You
they
put
didn't do
who
this to
with
Luca.
LeBron?
Not to Luca. Not to
You
Luca.
put
What did he
Luka
do,
with LeBron?
bro?
Do you know
All I
what
need.
monster this
This
you
is.
just created?
But here's the thing, though. Now, here's the thing with the women's chamber. They have. I can't help but feel bad for Liv. She continuously every single year has outstanding performances every single year, whether she's the Iron Woman, whether she's the Final Four, or whether she's the Final Two. But what happens every single year? She's never the winner. She's forever going to seem to be the bridesmaid, never the bride. When it comes to chambers, when it comes to the Rumble, they just put her in there and have her a good performance. But and I don't know, Triple H says, you're good, but you're never going to win a chamber. You're never going to win a Rumble because we're not going to let you.
No, because they don't. They what they did for Jay, they should have did for Liv or anybody else for that matter. Yes, I like Liv Morgan, but I don't just harp on Liv. I would have took Roxanne Perez. I would have
I would
took
have took
Jordan
EO.
Brand. I would have
Someone
took
new.
EO. I would have took anybody but Charlotte. That's what we're basically trying to say. Yes, me and Leo, we do bring up Liv a lot, but
she's
the
one of the
point
most
we trying to make
deserving
is
women.
it could have been anybody other than Charlotte.
And
it could have been anybody other than Charlotte.
It's like
I would have took Shayna Blazer for that matter.
Bro, I would have took Zoe Stark for crying out loud, bro. Over Charlotte Flair.
Like
they could have let Roxanne win.
Bro, at this
Roxanne
point,
she could have done it right there. She could have just did Hurricane Rana and threw Charlotte over. But no, we gotta put Charlotte at the Royal Rumble.
Bro, but here's the thing. It's like, how many times are they gonna continue to do Liv that way? Liv, she is the Iron Woman. She's the runner-up. She's the Final Four. When are we actually going to sit here and have the conversation? Liv Morgan won the Rumble.
No,
has won the chamber.
We'll probably be great by the time that happened. And that
she probably can win the briefcase.
She already did it. She already won.
Oh yeah, she did. I forgot about that.
The only thing
she needs now is the Rumble. She needs
the Rumble or the chamber.
Because here's the thing: how is it she has been one of the most improved women over the last few years, but he has never had a singles title match on WrestleMania? Her only singles match was WrestleMania 36 when she competed against Natalya in the kickoff show.
Not the kickoff show. That's so disrespectful.
You are telling me Liv Morgan, when she was in 2020, when she first just became a singles wrestler, she got a WrestleMania match. But now when she's leagues above before where she was a couple years ago, she can't even get a sniff of a singles match?
Nope.
Please tell me this. At the very least, this is what we need. One, she needs to probably win that chamber. Please, for God so help me, please let her win the chamber, or she has to win the chamber, the Rumble next year. Please, 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 she has to win. Or what you do with her eliminating Alexa, let them two compete one-on-one at WrestleMania. That will be a cool match. Non-title, they don't need a title, or you have her and Becky. But here's another thing. King and Queen of the Ring. It still can happen this year. Queen Liv sounds like $1 million to me. Like it would sell t-shirts, it would sell merchandise, and the winner gets a title match at SummerSlam. Where's SummerSlam might add? Right in our hometown of New Jersey, where she needs to put her stamp in the WWE flag in the ground by defeating the Golden Woman, not the Golden Boy, the Golden Woman of the WWE and Charlotte Flair, to shut every single one of them up that ever said she can never be a champion. Well, she's a champion, but she beat everybody's favorite, the one that everybody goes to bat for, no matter how many times people hate on her, and Charlotte Flair.
I think this would be the perfect time for Liv to go on I hate the corporate machine run, where she just
Bro,
like,
let her be the CM Punk of the women's
yeah,
division.
that's what I was about to say. Like they treating her like the CM Punk when you were talking about how she because she don't really get her time to shine at WrestleMania. I'm like, that's kind of similar to how CM Punk is.
And then here's the thing: they even do it at the same time. She can also go to the fact like, how is it that I have been holding this championship, making it what it is, but the same person I beat, you guys still have me drop the title to them, and you don't even let me get a rematch. You did it with Ronda, and you're doing it with me with Rhea. When am I going to get my fair opportunity? When am I going to get my fair shot? I have been here for 10 years, busting my butt, and I haven't got an opportunity. And I've been working, she's been working more than the majority of that roster in improving at her craft. Honestly, she is constantly improving every single year, whether it's promos, whether it's in-ring, all around, she's improving, elevating. If her performance at the Rumble in the past, 3 years now, doesn't speak volumes, I don't know what does. She was the runner-up in 2023. She came out with Rhea and lasted all the way to the end with Rhea. She came in at number 30. She literally made an impact, coming back. She went on to become champion. She beat Becky to become champion. But did people give her her credit?
Simple.
Give her her flowers? No, they didn't. They still rid her off. And what happened? Soon as Rhea Ripley got a sniff back, no matter how many times she lost, they still made excuses for her to continue to challenge for the championship. She lost numerous times before, and then when she does win it, that's it. Liv Morgan, you're done. Back of the line. It's Rhea's time now. It's been Rhea's time since she came up to the main roster. What are we talking about? She literally beat Asuka to become champion in a pre-announced match because Charlotte was taken out. Are we serious?
Right.
Every time Charlotte gets a championship, and somebody even made it clear. There's 3 things that are for certain in life: death, taxes, and every time Charlotte Flair comes back, she gets a title opportunity.
Oh yeah, that's why Charlotte has been gone. That's my thing. She's been gone.
And it's a slap in the face. It's a slap in the face of the entire women's division that has been working their butts off this entire year since she's been gone. And as soon as she comes back, everybody's hard work thrown out the window. It's Charlotte. We got to put the title on her. We got to put the Rumble on her. Who else is going to win it? Are you stupid, WWE?
You could have went with anybody else, just like you did with the men's. You could have went with anybody else.
Why is it? And it's a pattern, bro. It's a pattern. WWE is known for doing swerves, taking chances with the men's Rumble, but don't take chances with the women. They always go with the safe option. Whether if it was Asuka, look at all the people who have been already established since we've had Royal Rumbles. None of them were new. None of them were unpredictable. Look at 2018. Asuka wins. 2019. Becky wins. 2020. Charlotte wins. 2021. Bianca wins. 2022. Ronda Rousey. 2023. Rhea Ripley. 2024. Bayley. Now 2025. Charlotte again. Has any of them been unpredictable? None of them were unpredictable. Everybody saw it from the get-go.
Making her the second, making her the first woman 2 times Royal Rumble winner. This is like this. Punch. We got Punch in the house. But no, yeah, this was like insane to me. But yeah, as Leo went on his tirade, you pretty much got the gist of the rest of the Royal Rumble. It came down to the final 3 of Charlotte, Roxanne, and Nia. And Charlotte would eliminate Nia, and then she would have a mini struggle with Roxanne, but it didn't last long. It lasted a couple of seconds. Then she just kicked Roxanne.
No drama.
No drama, no nothing. And then pointing at the sign too early by that Maya.
Bro.
Oh, and I forgot to Lyra Valkyria had wardrobe malfunction throughout the match.
And she got eliminated by Ivy.
And she got eliminated by Ivy Niles, who got eliminated by Maxine Dupree. So kudos to Maxine Dupree. But yeah, but like you said,
Liv needs to go to that place where she becomes the CM Punk of the women's division, where she goes on a tirade against the company for literally doing her dirty and doing her crazy disservices numerous times. How many times are we going to sit up here and she's going to be the Iron Woman every single year? Final Four every single year. She was the Final 7 this year, the Final Four last year, the Final Four the year before that, the Final 2 the past 2 years before that too. What are we talking about?
I will say too, I didn't like how they did that though. Like, not even just because it was Liv, but that was just such a cheap way to get a whole bunch of people eliminated. You just have them all hanging out the ring, and then Nia just comes and just everybody just eliminated. That was kind of anticlimactic.
Here's what I need.
And I saw it coming because I'm like, why is everybody hanging on the one side of the ring?
On top of what you said, with her becoming the CM Punk of the women's division, I need her to come out there and cut a pipe bomb, the pipe bomb of this century. I need her to come out there and obliterate everybody. Just obliterate the fourth wall. And on top of that, she goes insane. Remember when she lost the championship the first time she went insane? I need them to double down on that, and she goes even more insane. And she starts attacking everybody. It don't matter who it is. It don't matter if it's Bianca. It don't matter if it's Jade Cargill when she comes back. It don't matter if it's Jordan Grace. It don't matter if it's Charlotte Flair. It doesn't matter if it's Becky Lynch. If you are in her sights, you are going to get packed up.
Yeah, and it needs to be on site. She needs to become the female CM Punk because you're giving her the CM Punk.
Here's the thing, though, Punch, and the we're talking about it. Liv Morgan needs to become the women's version of CM Punk. Because think about the character, her just going against the system, right? She's upset that all the hard work she puts in, right? She gets eliminated last year, final one eliminated. The year before that, final one eliminated. She makes it to the Final Four. She's been an Iron Woman of the past 4 Rumbles, and still comes out up short and gets eliminated. The past 2 Rumbles, who has it been gone to? 4 horsewomen. Bayley screwed her over. Charlotte's the reason why Liv Morgan's the way she is now. You can run that back at SummerSlam.
Oh yeah, you definitely need to run that back.
Liv Morgan, she said when she lost to Charlotte in 2019, when I come back, I'm going to be something nobody's ever seen before. She can come back and she could be the reason why it's all happening. And here's another thing, Punch. You want to be honest? It's true. Charlotte and Liv needs to happen.
Yeah, it does. It's a story there.
There's a story there
between Liv and Charlotte.
And here's another thing.
You said Liv versus Charlotte?
Yes.
Yeah, remember, that's why we got this. Charlotte is the reason why we got this run for Liv. Liv wouldn't have became a 2-time world champion if it wasn't for Charlotte.
And here's the thing. Here's another thing. Two more things. First, the Charlotte Flair video of her winning the Rumble. Guess this. Check this out, Punch. 4,000 likes and over 11,000 dislikes. Over 11,000 people said, we ain't having it. We don't want it.
And Leo said they might do a pivot because they get in the same reaction how they got when Cody Rhodes won and was giving up his spot to The Rock. They giving the fans are giving the same reaction to Charlotte winning the Rumble.
Bro, and here's the crazy thing, Punch.
Yeah, but that don't mean that they're gonna they not changing our match.
Whoever
be I mean, I'm not saying they will, but if it gets that bad to where they know it's just going to get booed out the building, they're not putting that on for WrestleMania. I will say that we're guaranteed if it gets bad enough to where they know that's going to get booed out the building at WrestleMania, they're not doing that because they don't want to repeat Brock Lesnar and Goldberg. Ever since Brock Lesnar and Goldberg, they would not put on a match that fans are just going to boo out.
Here's another thing though, Punch, and I just told him that. How is it Liv Morgan has not had a singles match on a WrestleMania, but the only time that she ever did was in 2020 when she was still technically part of the Riot Squad. She had a one-on-one match with Natalya on the kickoff show, and she was nowhere near where she is now. But she can't even get a sniff of a singles match on a WrestleMania card. If you want to be honest, Asuka shouldn't have won the 2023 Women's Chamber match. It should have been Bianca and Liv Morgan at WrestleMania 39. It should have been Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley last year at WrestleMania 40. But what did they do? They continue to pick the safe option over and over again. How many times has Liv Morgan been the newest person to get an opportunity, but they always picked the safe option over her. Becky Lynch,
I mean,
Chamber.
we said that. I said Charlotte was going to win the Royal Rumble because
No, I
who
mean,
else is you going to?
You
Who
could
no,
have
else
we're
is
given
you
it
not
going
to
to pick?
saying.
Io. You could have given
I'm
it to
saying,
Liv.
I'm saying, who else was really capable to go against Tiffany?
No,
Liv, because they built it. Liv is
Liv
another
could have went
option.
against Tiffany.
Because
I
here's the
mean, if
thing,
we talking about
they have
just
been
Tiffany,
building up. They have been building up a feud between Liv and Tiffany since before Survivor Series. Because Tiffany literally came before she even cashed and became champion. She said, "If I become
Nah,
champion, does that mean Dominic
but
comes to me?"
Tiffany already said that she wanted the match with Charlotte. It was
I
already
agree.
set in stone before. You know what I mean? Before the Rumble was even discussed.
no, I know that, but we said it is possible stories that you could go with because there is a story with Tiffany and Liv. Because Liv technically got more victories over Tiffany than Tiffany got over Liv.
And then Tiffany said,
It's
"If I become
understandable.
champion, does that mean Dominic comes with me?" And then Liv just said right before the Rumble, she says, "I'm gonna win the Rumble. I'm declaring my victory." And she even told Tiffany, "You're just a copycat of me."
I,
You
There,
I
could have
don't
played
think
with that.
that, but yeah,
there,
that's true.
there is but in overallness, they had so many people they could have went with to win the Rumble,
But
other
it
than
makes the
Charlotte.
chamber. I will say this.
Charlotte was the money choice, yes. She
Yeah,
was the
but like
business choice, yes.
the
But
only good
Yeah,
thing
she was
coming
the
out of
money
it,
choice.
but the only good thing coming out of Charlotte winning, it makes the chamber more unpredictable because now who do you have face Rhea? Do you have Io face Rhea? Do you have Liv go in there and win it?
No, because they're gonna
Or do
put
you have
Liv in
or do
that
you
tag team division.
but here's the thing. They might be doing Alexa versus Liv at Mania. Because Liv eliminated Alexa. So you could do that. But
I guess.
for all
I
things
mean,
for
if
Liv better win
I
that
understand
2026.
we do got her in this tag team thing, but if Jade is not coming back anytime soon, it's no point in going forward with Liv and Raquel beating them because the story needs to be about them dropping the title because of this whole Jade Cargill thing. It would make no sense for them to drop the title now
But now
if
it
it's
looks
not
like it's not
involving
gonna
Jade
happen.
Cargill and the eventual setup between her and
I
Bianca.
don't like what's about to happen though, because when Jordan Grace came out there, Bianca went after her because Naomi tried to hug her. Now, apparently, one of the things that's been said is you might get a tag team match where Naomi ends up with Jordan Grace, and Jordan Grace is the one that attacked her, and then it becomes Bianca and Jade versus Naomi and Jordan Grace, and they put them in the tag team division and let them go after the tag team titles. If they do that, what are we doing with Liv? Why are you continuing to put her on the wayside, put her on the bench? Why are you having her ride the pine?
She gonna win the title back in her hometown?
Yeah,
Wait, who?
that's
So you think?
that's
But
probably
so you think?
that probably be against Charlotte. She probably gonna beat Charlotte.
But
to
here's the
do
thing,
that.
though, Punch. My question to you: If Liv is going to win the championship back in her hometown, which I think would be a good idea, how would you set that up? Do you have her win Money in the Bank? Do you have her win Queen of the Ring?
Queen of the Ring.
Because you do know Queen of the Ring does set up a match for SummerSlam.
Queen of the Ring. She would
But
have to.
because I was about to say, either she wins Queen of the Ring, or I swear to God, she has to win the Rumble next year. Because she's one of the only people that get some of the biggest pops when they go to Saudi Arabia. She
Yeah,
gets the
they
biggest
do
pop
get
in
a
Saudi
big
Arabia.
pop for her.
All of her biggest moments and accomplishments have happened for the most part in Saudi Arabia. She won
Oh God,
the
please.
championship. She won the championship from Becky in Saudi. She won the championship
Oh,
with Nia Jax in Saudi. She's won 2
Saudi.
titles in Saudi.
Oh
And guess where?
man.
And guess where? WrestleMania supposed to be next year in none other than New Orleans.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, WrestleMania will be in New Orleans next year.
And that's
Oh,
only a
you said
6-hour
the
drive.
Rumble. You said the Rumble's gonna be in Saudi Arabia.
It
Oh,
is
God.
Yep,
at 12
Rumble's gonna
o'clock.
be in
But
Saudi
12
next
o'clock
year,
and then 12 o'clock during the day. Tune in.
and there's gonna probably be 40 people.
Hey,
They're probably gonna
and
have
we
like
can
a
all
40 person
hey,
Royal Rumble
it is
match.
it don't even take a rocket scientist to know that we can already know who's winning the chamber the other Mania matches next year for the Rumble. It's gonna be Sami Zayn. Sami's gonna win.
Oh, I mean,
Sammy's gonna win the men.
nah, I'm cool with that. I'm cool with
Because you
Sammy
got to think
winning.
about it. Sammy is going to get the biggest pop out of anybody over there. So you know they're going to do that. Then you're going to have, and then I think you have to have Liv Morgan win. Liv Morgan has to win a Rumble match. There's no reason you have her continue to have all these performances, but doesn't lead to her winning at some point. You got to have her win. There's no excuse.
I would say Roxanne Perez is definitely the future.
No, yeah, she's definitely in the future. She's definitely.
I would say that.
She's
She had an outstanding performance last night.
But they didn't have any story beats. Like, how did she not forget that she's in a feud with Bailey? Like, they didn't decided not to go after each other. Like, what are we doing?
I think they fought when she got into the Rumble. I think Bailey and her just went at each other. Yeah, her and Bailey like beat the heck out of each other during the Rumble, and then
You want to know what the sad?
a regular Rumble match after that.
The women's Royal Rumble was good. The sad part is there's no stories coming out of it.
But there's only a few stories.
The story immediately is either whose starter is going to pick, and now who's going to face Rhea.
And then you have Liv
it's going to lead to Tiffany and Charlotte. So
and
who's going to face Rhea?
Then Liv and Alexa, that's another story. Then you have the whole Bianca story, somewhat with Jordan.
I don't think Liv and Alexa is going to. I believe WWE is going that route of Raquel and Liv becoming tag team champions.
Good God Almighty! How do we?
I mean, not if Jay don't come back. Because you have no story without Jay. It don't make it without Jay. There's no need to put the belts on them.
I think that was the plan. Period. Until after Mania, they want to lose then I think they're supposed to drop it to where Liv's supposed to go on this dominating singles run all the way to like SummerSlam.
But here's the thing, though. You also got to think about it like this.
You see what I said, though?
But
what about
the mid-card titles?
What I said about Liv Morgan last year?
What did you?
It's always around April and May that she always has a good year. And when it comes down between the Royal Rumble and WrestleMania, what happens? Nothing.
That's true. Because here's the thing. They always have her. Because think about it. Here's the thing, though. And you got a good point, Punch. Thank you for bringing that up. Because think about when she won the championship in 2022. She won it in the summer, even lead up to SummerSlam. And what did they do? They took it off of her in the fall. This year, she had it during all of the summer, going into the fall, and then going into Rumble. They take it off of her.
They took it off of her.
They don't believe in her winning a Rumble.
They don't believe in her, period. When it comes to WrestleMania, they don't believe in Liv.
They believe in her, but when it comes to WrestleMania, they don't believe in her. They believe in her for sure. They just like we don't believe in you putting butts in seats for WrestleMania.
But here's the thing, though. She does put butts in seats, if you want to be honest. Because why? Here's a great point right here. When Liv lost the championship to Rhea, that very next week, right? Rhea's whole segment got 500,000 views, right? But Liv's less than a minute segment that she had with the Judgment Day garnered over twice as much as Rhea. She garnered over almost 2 million views, doubling that 500,000 that Rhea had. So I don't want to hear that Rhea Ripley is a bigger draw than Liv, because that ain't the case. Liv Morgan is right now the biggest draw in women's wrestling. Who got the biggest draws that WWE's ever seen? Liv Morgan did when she had the whole stuff with the Judgment Day, when she had the stuff with Dominic, the stuff she had with Rhea. That guy gained over millions of views. Even some of the stuff that she did before that. Even Charlotte Flair's stuff wasn't even getting that much.
The caveat is, though, they screwed it up. Because once he joined Judgment Day and they turned Dom against Rhea kept winning. It didn't matter no more.
Here's the thing. Why is it WWE said there are no longer rematches? Then how the heck did she continue to get a rematch after rematch after rematch after she continued to lose? But as soon as Liv Morgan loses it, she doesn't even get a rematch for it.
Is
because
Rhea's the
Rhea is
biggest
the
draw
draw.
going into
She isn't
WrestleMania?
the
Yeah,
biggest draw.
they wanted her to be the headliner going into WrestleMania, and
WrestleMania. I
that's
said
the only
that.
How is
they
it?
told
How is
us.
it? This is the thing, and I'm sorry to keep cutting you off, but here's the thing: how is it you're supposed to tell these people that this is who you're supposed to cheer, this is who the future is? You cannot sit up here and say you're building new stars if you're not giving other people opportunities to succeed at that level. If you want somebody to be a star of your company, to be in that category, you have to put them out there and have them go under that pressure. You have to have them go into situations like that where they're not comfortable
Yeah.
for them to overcome. You have to put a Liv Morgan in that spot to see if she can overcome and stand in that type of spot as a being a main eventer to say if she can or she can't be in that spot. You can't automatically assume that. Look at AJ Lee. I guarantee you, if she would have stayed in that company, she would have been a
Hold
world
on,
leader.
wait. Hold on. They did. From Queen of the Ring to right now.
Who?
They did.
Who are you
They
talking about?
did.
But here's the thing, though.
They
You
did.
cannot
Hold on, you
sit
said
up
they
here.
did what?
They did. When they gave
I'm not
Liv
talking about.
Morgan that title run,
No, I'm not talking about that
um,
though. I'm talking about this punch.
you talking
Having
about
Liv at a
WrestleMania?
Mania. I'm talking about if you want to have a person to see if a person can succeed or not, you have to put them in a position. You have to put them in a position to where they're not comfortable.
You
You
talking
have to
about?
put them. You have to put them at a WrestleMania to see if they can hold their own. To see if they can actually stand the test of time. If they can really prove that they deserve that spot. To show that they can earn that spot. You can't just continue to say they don't earn it if you're continuing to rely on the
Listen,
same women year after year.
you want to know why they're not putting Liv in this year's WrestleMania? It's in Vegas. It's too much money involved.
But here's the thing, though.
And
She
they
won her first
believe that they
championship.
will lose
She won
money.
her first championship in Vegas.
I know. No, I'm not saying that. I know that. I'm saying it's too much money involved, and WWE is like, nah, she's not a draw for this WrestleMania. Now, granted, I can say, can she make New Orleans? Yeah, by any means. It's not the same as Vegas. And WWE and Vegas are very invested in who is going to headline WrestleMania. And it's
Now,
But if you're
real
not going to
granted,
put it,
specific
if you're
about
not going
that.
to put it in a world title match, you at the very least to put her in a mid card title. If Becky Lynch is not doing something, she needs to be the one to take that title off of her career. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. If
other
anybody's
than
taking
Liv
it,
that
Morgan
though,
take
we
the
jumping
IC
far
title?
ahead. We
yes.
jumping far ahead. We still could get Liv at WrestleMania this year. She still got the chamber.
I'm not saying we not going to get her. I'm just saying we are not going to get her in that. No,
But
especially not
I
against
just don't.
Rhea.
I feel like if people are going to get upset if Liv wins the chamber, because it's like, oh, we're gonna Liv and Rhea again. But here's the thing.
That's why people are
Here's
upset
the thing.
about Jay.
But here's the
'Cause
thing, though.
I
Here's the
literally
thing.
seen the comments say that Jay, the only thing is about this year's WrestleMania is that we're gonna get Jay and Gunn, except it's in the main event of WrestleMania.
But you
People
got to
are saying
understand this,
literally,
though.
we've seen this match before.
But here's the thing.
Yep.
We have to understand this. Going into Raw on Netflix, WWE confirmed it themselves. It came out of the camel's mouth. WWE penciled in Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley for WrestleMania 41. It was penciled in. And I guarantee you that I have a feeling that it's still penciled in and we're still going to probably get to Mania. But we finally get Liv Morgan beating Rhea Ripley, taking back what's hers, taking back her championship, and brutalizing Rhea Ripley once and for all. And a 1, 2, 3. What do we get? Hell in a Cell. Bada bing,
All
bada boom.
right. All right. Even if we do get the rematch of Liv and Rhea, they're not taking the belt off Rhea at WrestleMania.
But here's the thing, though. It was going to happen even if Rhea, if she would have had a title last year, Rhea Liv was going to take it from her regardless.
They're not going to take it off They're not going to take the title off of Rhea at Mania. There's no
No, I'm
way.
talking about last year. I'm talking about post WrestleMania
Like
last year.
that wouldn't
When
hurt
Liv came
nobody
back.
if they did that. It will make a new star in Liv Morgan.
Because here's the thing, though.
In the
Rhea
sense
is the
of
main
she'll be put
star.
on that
If she
same
takes the
level
loss,
as
she's not
Charlotte
going
and
to
Rhea.
be Liv. If
Yeah.
Liv beat Rhea won't be hurt by the loss. She's still Rhea Ripley.
Of course.
And
I
here's
mean,
another
I'm not.
thing.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying how WWE is going to book it. Liv Morgan is going to have an outstanding match against Rhea. Probably one of the best matches she ever performed, but she's not getting that dub.
I feel like she
It's
is
just
because
not
here's the
going to
reason
happen.
why. Reason I stand
But
by this.
okay,
If
what
you
would be
think
the
post
reason for her
Mania,
not getting the dub? Like because you said you know how they book it. You saying they book her to lose because
If you look at it, most WrestleManias was won by baby faces.
okay, and what?
well,
Why not have a heel win?
well, I guess Roman's an exception to the rule because Roman.
You know what I mean? But most
But,
WrestleManias was won by Cinderella stories and baby faces.
but here's the thing: you can turn the narrative because if you want to be honest, Liv is not really the heel; she's the face, but she's painted as the villain.
Technically,
Rhea
yeah.
Ripley turned on
Technically,
her.
Rhea is the
She
heel in this situation
glamorized her
because
every
she's the
chance
reason
she
why Liv
got.
is like that.
So you can't put the blame on her for being the way she's
I'm not.
acting.
Listen, it will surprise me if Liv wins. I would be surprised if WWE pulls that trigger and let Liv Morgan win at Mania. If first of all, we gotta get the Elimination Chamber first.
Yeah.
But then
Yes,
on
we
top of
do.
that, you got to think when not Charlotte, but when Rhea beat Becky last year, it was already going to be set up. Liv was going to take that title from her, probably like a backlash or something. So Liv was pretty much always the original plan to take the title off Rhea. So maybe
Yeah,
them
but
putting the title, but I'm thinking right now with them putting the title back on Rhea, it's them to redo what they were trying to do the first time.
but listen to what you just said though. You said backlash. You ain't say Mania. You ain't say the big time stage. You said backlash.
Yeah.
So that still comes to my conclusion that they don't believe in Liv Morgan when it comes to WrestleMania season.
No, they don't.
And if that's the case,
They believe in Morgan and every other aspect of the year except for WrestleMania.
yeah, you said it. You just answered your own question. You said that Liv was supposed to take the title off Rhea at Backlash. You didn't say Mania. You didn't even say the Royal Rumble. You said Backlash. So again, that brings me back to what I said. I don't believe in Liv Morgan when it comes to WrestleMania.
I don't know how.
And
I mean, I get what you're
until
saying, but you just can't. I mean, I
I
get what
get
you're saying.
proven
I'm just
wrong,
saying, like, I mean, I get what you're saying. You make a lot of sense. It's just like as if you're looking at it from WWE, if you're like a fan looking at it from WWE, you can't say a person is not a WrestleMania main eventer if you never tried them as a WrestleMania eventer, if you never had them in a WrestleMania
too.
main event.
That's
You
what
can't
I've
say
been saying
somebody.
this whole time.
You can't say somebody if it's you can't say a person is going to sink or swim in a WrestleMania situation if they never been in that had that pressure of being in a WrestleMania main event, of being with all the lights on them. You can't sit here and say that Liv Morgan she can't main event WrestleMania. How do you know if you never had her at a WrestleMania main event?
I'm not, I'm not saying that you're not right. I'm not saying that at all. I would love for Liv Morgan to get in that main event scene. Really, I'm really hoping that she wins the chamber. I just feel
They about to give it to EO.
for
Watch, they about to give EO this.
this
And I
year's
don't want to see
WrestleMania.
Rhea and Io winning back either.
Bro, they better make
So,
this a triple threat with
they
EO,
was talking
Liv,
about
and Rhea.
Bianca. They was talking about Bianca winning the chamber.
Bianca better stay in that tag team division
They was
and
talking
keep
about
her head
Bianca
down.
winning
I
the
mean,
chamber.
if Jay don't come back, yeah, she got to be doing something.
They
And
was
Jay
Had
talking
don't
about
to.
come
Bianca
back,
winning the chamber.
yeah.
Bianca
Honestly,
better stay
what
in
is
that
she
tag
gonna
team
do?
division,
What
keep
are
her
they
head
gonna
down.
do? Like the story with her and Naomi is already running its course because they're not really trying to do anything about who attacked Jay. We don't even have a footage or anything. Like it's been months. It's been like
I
a month
think
and a half now, and we still don't have
Jade
footage.
Cargill.
Don't got
So I
no.
think she's supposed to reveal that.
And well, she could
I'm
have did
trying
that.
to tell you, Jade Cargill is not hurt. Jade Cargill is training.
Yeah,
And I'll
they
tell
just
you
said
two
she they
reasons why.
because
I mean, I could see that, but I did speculate because that she didn't return at the Rumble, maybe that she was legit hurt. So maybe that.
But
Bro, she
here's the thing, though,
training,
Punch.
man.
Here's the thing, though, Punch. Tomorrow night, they are going to start qualifying for chamber matches. I
Yeah.
guarantee you, EO is going to probably be in there. Liv is going to probably be in the chamber. Oh, I don't think Jordan Grace is going to be in it because they're planning to send her to NXT because she
Yeah,
got
they
eliminated by
probably gonna send
Julia.
her to NXT. I always said that. I think
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah, yeah.
always said that she was gonna go to
So,
NXT when
so
she
who do you
comes.
have? You're going to put Liv, maybe Bianca, maybe. You're going to
Bailey.
probably
You got
EO,
Bailey.
Bailey,
That's if
Yeah.
she don't have this still
Roxanne.
with Roxanne and stuff.
and then who else? Maybe Candace or Nia,
Bianca, from what I'm hearing.
or maybe Candace or Nia.
Naya for sure.
Uh, yeah, I could
All I
see Nia somewhere in that hunt.
But Liv needs to win that chamber and finally get a moment. We already seen
No,
EO.
no,
We already seen. The only reason why I don't want to see EO because EO already went into WrestleMania as WWE Women's Champion already, so she knows what it's like to actually go in as singles champion and have a singles match. Liv
yeah.
doesn't know anything about. Liv hasn't got that experience yet.
If we put these women in the match, Liv, I'm about to do some standard math. Liv got a 99.30% chance. Now, Liv got a chance to win the chamber. You know what I'm
Ah,
So
saying?
you said. So
She
you
got
said Liv got a 99% chance of winning.
she got 99%, 99.30% chance of winning the chamber.
That
that
1%
Steiner
goes to
math is
EO,
crazy.
Yeah, that 1% do go to EO.
bro. And then you still gotta worry about Becky because Becky's always gonna be a thorn in Liv's side when it comes to trying to get to WrestleMania and get a title match.
Yeah,
Because
I
think about
forgot
it.
all
Because
about
you
Becky
gotta think about it.
Lynch.
You gotta think about it. Becky Lynch is always a thorn in Liv Morgan's side when it comes to her. Think about it. Liv Morgan has a huge gripe. Like you said, her being the CM Punk of the women's division, she can go after all of the four horsewomen. She can go after Bayley because she costed her the Rumble last year. She can go after Becky because she costed her the Chamber last year. If you want to be honest, she can go after Charlotte for being the reason she is the way she is now.
Yeah,
I
that's why.
don't think she got that. I don't think she got that. I don't think Liv got that type of aura to be the CM Punk of the women's division.
I'm not
She got
saying
the
like,
story. She do.
but
She
I'm
got
not
all
I'm
she
not
gotta
saying
do.
the
All they
aura, but
gotta
I'm talking about
do
the
is have her
story.
channel her inner rage
Mm.
at
No,
WWE.
no, I know what you said. Nah, if we're gonna run that, nah, I'm with you. I'm with you. Liv Morgan should be the CM Punk of that era. If we're gonna run that, Liv got to get more polished in the ring.
But you got to think she
Her mic
is.
skills got to get better. Her mic skills got
Yeah.
to get better. She got to sound like a threat. She got to sound like a threat.
But
And
how
I'm
are
not
you
saying
going to
she's
continue
not.
to do that? You got to book her like a threat, though. But it's like, how are we going to sit here and say they're booking her
True.
like if they're not putting her in positions to where she can do that?
No, you're right. You're right. I'm
She
not
can't.
saying
She
you're
can't.
wrong.
She can't book her. You can't book her as if she's going to be a threat and be in the CM Punk of the women's division if she's putting in the tag team division. Yes, Charlotte. I guess yes. Raquel can be her heavy lifter and do all the heavy lifting for her. Yes, Dom can be in there too, but Liv is proven she can do stuff on her own.
That could be the jump off point, though. Her being back in the tag team division, that could be the jump off point to pissing her off.
Yeah.
Because think about it. Liv
Yeah.
because Dom said I was gonna make it up to you, and Liv is thinking maybe it's her getting back to that singles title, but Dominic
Or
gives her the
I
tag
feel
titles.
like give her all the goals. If you really want to be like that. If we really want to play give her the tag titles, let her win the chamber. She can go in there as a double champion. I mean, she can go in there as a champion
Oh,
and walk out as
I
a
just thought
double
of
champ.
something. This would be
Mhm.
cool. Now remember, I don't like mentioning Brock Lesnar, but this would be a cool thing if Liv Morgan did this. She came out with the tag titles, and then and they start interviewing how she feels about winning the tag team championships, and she's out in the ring. Liv Morgan takes off that tag team championship and she throws it outside of the ring. She says, "I don't want that crap anymore. This is beneath me. This isn't right. I've been working so hard my entire life, and this is all I get. This is what I get for my 10 years. Is the tag team championships going into WrestleMania? No, I should be singles champion going into WrestleMania. I should be, let alone challenging for the singles championship. But the fans back there and the people backstage are literally working against me my entire career to make sure I don't make it to that level. They have been holding me back my entire career, but now I'm going to take everything that I deserve.
I like the idea. Don't do it with the tag titles.
Yeah,
Why not?
because that kind of
Because
diminishes the tag titles.
They already don't mean anything.
that kind of diminished Raquel.
Yeah,
It's
and
like
yeah,
you're kind of
it
saying
hurt
like,
Raquel.
yeah, you're kind of saying like, yo, and then you want Raquel look at you like, yo, we got these together. So what you trying to say about me? You know what I mean?
But what if
I like the idea. Just don't do it with the tag titles.
maybe you do? I don't know. But like there, and they even
She needs
said
to,
that.
if you're gonna go with that idea, it needs to happen Monday. It needs to happen immediately tomorrow night.
So
Tomorrow
what is she?
night needs
So what does she
she
need to
needs to
do?
look as soon as the lights come on. She needs to be in the ring. She needs to do like what CM Punk did on Collision. All the lights was off. Punk was mad as hell. All the lights was off, and then Punk ended up being in the ring. And then Punk said, "Yo, I'm not leaving." It
But
was on
remember,
the
here's the
AEW
thing.
World Title.
This is up her alley. Look what happened when she lost to Charlotte in 2019. She almost cut like a pipe bomb type promo when she said, "When I come back, I'm going to be a different Liv Morgan."
That's
This
what I'm
time around,
saying.
she can interrupt somebody or come out in the ring. She says, "Do I have everybody's attention now?"
Nah,
Last
she
night,
need to start the show like that. Like you know how like when the lights come on, and you know how, like when they got the drone need to circle right around Liv the whole time. Liv Morgan just hostage the show. She's not leaving until she gets in the chamber or whatever the case may be. That should be the
or
story.
she has a match, or she says, "I'm not leaving until one or two things. I get put in the chamber, or you have me have a match with Charlotte, and if I beat Charlotte, I get added to her match at WrestleMania." And
Nah,
if nobody comes to give me my opportunity, I will hijack this entire show until I get what I want.
I'm with that, but I just it's already set in stone for Charlotte versus Tiffany.
That don't mean
I
nothing. Look
can't.
what happened when Edge won in 2021. Daniel Bryan still got at it.
Yeah, that was oddly weird. Yeah, because Brian Danielson didn't even want to be added into that match.
And even Batista won in 2014. Daniel Bryan got at it.
Now, that was
Yeah,
because we
but that,
So
wanted
you're
him.
telling me, they when it made all this to the world to do it last year, they couldn't have added Liv and made it a triple threat? Are you kidding me,
no,
WWE? You couldn't have
no,
added her. She could have been the Daniel Bryan of that match.
yeah, no,
But guess what?
yeah,
While they were literally
no.
having a mediocre match, Liv Morgan was left off the card in general. She can put that in her promo. She says, "I had to sit back last year and sit on the sidelines while two undeserving people had a mediocre match at WrestleMania."
You know what's crazy too about the whole Royal Rumble win with Charlotte? Everybody on that roster has worked the whole entire year
Oh no, and we mentioned that. We mentioned
That's
that.
stupid.
just for
You gotta.
Charlotte to come back from an injury.
And get the win and get the spotlight.
No match. And she wins the big one.
That's the thing that's irritating. How you have all these women work their butts off this entire year just for somebody to come back one night and
For
say, "You know
that
what?"
one.
Like that's just the thing that I don't like. Everybody's working hard all year trying to be the best that they can be, getting in better position, trying to get better opportunities for themselves. But Charlotte comes back the first night. I'm winning going on to WrestleMania.
It's
Yep.
Charlotte.
No.
It's
Yep.
Charlotte. They just going. I don't know what it is. They John Cena Charlotte. They gonna just keep giving us Charlotte no matter what we care about.
She's already a 14-time champion. She's about to become a
Yep.
15-time champion in Mania.
Yep.
But
No
hold
yeet.
on. So Yeah, I know we just went on a real big tie right here, but I want to get Punch and Shay's individual responses to this match, and then we got to catch up. We got to get Punch catch up because we did already talk about Cody Rhodes and DIY before we move on.
Oh, I
Then,
mean, I can break that down with simple. The Cody ladder match was dope. It's Sami Zayn actually catering to Kevin Owens. That got me a little interesting. I was like, huh? Okay. The big four. Yeah, I'm saying it now. But despite the ladder match, the tag team title match was really important to me, and them boys showed out. Could have been better, yes, but I think with the Street Profits interfering, they've been telling that story for a minute on SmackDown. So if we could get a triple threat at Mania for the tag titles, like the Hardy Boys, Matt and Jeff and Edge and Christian type of style, I'm all for that. All for that. That was important to me. Um, and develop a story with them three tag teams going into WrestleMania. So I'm cool with all that.
okay. What did you think about the women's Royal
Oh
Rumble?
boy. I mean,
Piss
I
poor.
said it. I said Charlotte Flair was going winning. I mean, who else do you
Honestly,
have?
I'm not trying to say this to be rude, but even though the 2022 Women's Royal Rumble was piss poor, this got to be up there
Mhm.
right with the worst Rumble of all time. I'm sorry. Winner alone just throws me out of it. Go home. I don't know which ones I hated worse. Ronda Rousey winning or Charlotte Flair winning the second one.
I take Charlotte over Ronda, but
But
I
that,
called it. I called it. You know what I mean? I hate it. I hate it to
what is
even
up with
say it, but I was like,
what is up? What is
I
up? And I
mean, we
even said it.
all said that Charlotte was going to
Here's the
win,
thing, though.
but the
Punch.
man
And
saw
I
that
even
you
said
could have
it.
pulled a swerve.
Here's the thing, though, Punch, and I said it. How is it the WWE, when it comes to the Women's Rumble, when it comes to the final two, they don't have a compelling final two to have a good match before someone gets eliminated? Soon as the final two gets
yeah,
in, they just kick the last one out, and that's
yeah,
it.
they just get the they didn't even give Roxanne a chance.
And
That's
then
what I
and
hated.
they do that
I
every
agree with you.
year. And then even with
Yeah.
the men's rumble, they go with a surprise winner. They always go with the safe option with the women every single year. They don't pull a swerve. They don't
You want
pull.
to know why?
They always do safe stuff.
You want to know why? And I kept saying it. I'm going to say this every year, every day, every time until we see a change. They not building nobody else to win or even be in the main event. Chelsea Green to me had the biggest pop out of the whole Rumble.
No,
That's a fact.
EO did. EO and Liv had some of the biggest pop. Even Alexa had the biggest pop. Period.
No,
Point
I
blank.
was about to
Alexa
say
Bliss.
Alexa had the biggest pop.
No, I'm not saying the surprise. Of course, Alexa Bliss, but I'm saying people was actually behind Chelsea Green on this one.
Oh yeah, when she got eliminated, that whole crowd went to booing.
But then
Nobody liked that she got eliminated.
didn't she eliminate Lash Legend on Black History Month? You don't do that. We can't be doing that. You just had her eliminate Lash Legend.
She did. Hey,
I like how WWE did the black women in the middle of the ring thing.
yeah, they was all out there like, yeah, we all here. And then she got in there like, what's up? Like I'm here too. They was like,
That was cool.
yeah.
You're not a part of this
Charlotte.
group.
I mean, Charlotte winning was obvious choice. I mean, who else do you
What's
have?
the worst decision
Well, I
you
mean,
could have
but
went
you
with?
say that, and then the man's want to show you that they didn't even go with the obvious choice.
And here's
Therefore, they
another
know
thing,
they
though,
could have
Punch.
did that with the women's.
Punch. And you have a great line of great points. Punch. You
What I
got
say
like
about the men's?
here's the thing though. Punch.
Somebody was going to go with the safe route.
Here's the thing though,
Mhm.
Punch. You made a lot of great points. How is it how is it can we sit up here and say WWE's building new stars if they're not
Yeah.
trying to? If you're trying to build new stars, you wouldn't have gave Charlotte if it just shows that WWE is not even trying. Because here's the thing though. You say, Punch, you said WWE doesn't build new stars, right? And you're right. The reason why, they're not even trying, because if they would have tried, they wouldn't even gave Charlotte the Rumble win last night. They would have gave it to a Roxanne. They would have gave it to an Alexa Bliss. They would have gave it to a Liv Morgan. They would have gave it to a Io.
They would have had
If they were
started
trying,
put somebody
if they
over,
were truly trying
like
in their
John Cena
deepest
did.
of feelings, they would have done it.
Wait, hold on. I ain't mean to laugh, but little big man, say that one more time. I just want to make sure my headphones heard that. Say that again.
Me? You talking
Yeah,
about me? Oh,
yeah.
yeah. I said they could have done like how they had John Cena do and put somebody over, but they did.
Because you know why? They don't believe in Charlotte putting people over.
No, they don't.
No.
They don't believe in
What?
Rhea putting people over.
They believe in them being the final boss of the women's division.
Need I say more?
Like pretty much,
Rhea, Charlotte,
are the final bosses, and everybody has to answer.
they
for
the
them.
most protected people in WWE I ever seen in my life. Roman Reigns is
Yeah.
up there.
Bro,
Roman Reigns is the other
and I don't want people thinking if I was a booker of a company, I would wish down on anybody. But I guarantee you, both of these women to be in my mid card, they won't even be sniffing the main event scene.
Not for a while anyway. I wouldn't.
I'll tell Charlotte. You know, you want a main event title match, right? Yeah, you got one about 5 years. You better wait. You better wait 5 years, or you can go down to NXT and win their championship and hold on to it. But you ain't coming up
Hell
here.
no.
You better go back down to NXT with all that. You better work yourself
Charlotte-
in the tag division. You better go in that tag division.
Charlotte came back a year. Alexa Bliss been gone for almost 2 years and some change. And Charlotte gets the standing ovation with the red carpet. And she had number 27. So
Bro, and they gave her pyro.
They gave her pyro. They gave her number 27.
Pyro. It was like, yeah, you got all that.
Okay. And you know what was funny? Charlotte coming out still wasn't the biggest pop. She didn't get a bigger pop than Alexa.
Thing. And I want little big man's part of this, and I want yours as well. I want everybody's in here's opinion. You said you want Liv to be the CM Punk, so to speak, right? How would you feel about this? Her going around being completely unhinged and attacking all the top stars across the board. It doesn't matter what brand they on, they all get attacked.
I'm with that.
Attacked.
Yeah, I'm with it. It's not very CM Punky, but I'm with it.
Yo, I'm with that if I'm at shoot, excuse me. I'm with that if Liv can win. Here's the thing. Don't do the feud collection thing when they go around attacking people and don't let matters they lose.
But she ain't a jobber. She ain't them. She ain't at the bottom of the barrel.
I'm not saying that for that story to work. What I'm saying is she can do all the attacking she wants. If they have her lose when it counts, it ain't gonna mean nothing.
Now that makes sense. They need to put Liv Morgan in an Extreme Rules match like the Hardy Boys and Lita did back in the day at WrestleMania X7. Liv Morgan is probably one of the most extreme. She gives me Daredevil vibes. If you did this match between Rhea and Liv at Mania this year, it needs to be blood. We need blood with these two. It's gone on far enough. Make this a Hell in a Cell match. The first ever Hell in a Cell match to take place on a WrestleMania for the women. And Liv beats.
That'll be history. That'll be good.
And here's the thing. Rhea can lose, but still look strong even in defeat because she even went through all that. And Liv looks like a star because she went to great lengths in that match and still won on her own. She comes out there, she beats Rhea without Raquel, without Dominic, to say that I did it on my own. I didn't need anybody to beat Rhea. It started with Rhea, but I am the one that finished it.
I mean, you know what? It starts Monday.
Yeah, it starts Monday.
Hey,
it starts Monday.
What do we have? What do we have last year?
The They in my backyard Monday. Then I can't go to the show.
They called it the Liv Morgan Revenge Tour, right? Liv Morgan needs to go on a comeback tour of beating everybody, but almost like a part 2, a sequel, if you will, to the Revenge Tour of going against everybody that has wronged her and everybody that has costed her big opportunities. You can have Asuka be a part of this. Bailey, you could have Becky be part of it. 3 big stars right
So
there.
you doing the same story, like I said with Jey Uso. Even when I said, even if I said if he did win the Royal Rumble, still have him beat former world champions. You
Exactly.
having Liv Morgan go through the same type of path.
Beat former champions. She beats a
Yeah.
Becky on her own. She beats a Bailey.
Or
She beats
or you could
Asuka.
put all the former champions in the elimination chamber. That's how she wins it. That's
So Io
all
would
shit
be
she
in
got
there.
left.
Liv would be on there. Bianca, Naomi probably be in there. Nia would probably be in there.
Yes,
Candice wouldn't be in there.
Yeah.
She's not a former
no.
champion.
Five top best former women's champions in that chamber. And Liv Morgan starts the match and she got to finish the match.
But she's a heel though. The thing with her being a heel, she's sneaky. You had to play that up to her advantage, so she probably would want to come out last.
No, you would just turn it. You would turn it into the CM Punk heel way, where she just more mouthy and dominant this time around.
But here's the
Instead
thing
of just
though,
using
they
sneaky,
could
you
have had
just
an
make it more
opportunity to
mouthy
do
and
that
dominant.
last year because think about it. She could have turned into the CM Punk last year when she came out short in the Rumble when she got thrown out by Bailey. She could have done that after she lost to Bianca. Not
No,
Bianca,
if
but she pinned Bianca, but Becky pinned her just like that. No match.
no, but
Turn around and hit
you
the
said something. You said something. The reason why I say for her to start the chamber and finish the chamber, because you said something earlier. You said that Liv Morgan needs to do it on her own. This is a chance for her to prove it. She's WrestleMania material by winning the chamber on her own. You said that.
Yeah.
You said that she got to go on her own. This is the chamber will be. The chamber will make her determine if she's WrestleMania material by her starting the match and finishing the match. Because then she'll have an outstanding performance. She won it on her own. No matter how she wins it, she wins it on her own. And now she goes on to WrestleMania, not only looking strong against Rhea, but actually look like she has a chance to beat Rhea.
That is true. But then you, like you said, have her be the CM Punk. Because like going back to last year, you could have turned her to the CM Punk thing because you think about it. The way they kind of ended that chamber last year just felt so rushed. Like she literally pinned Bianca, which was surprising, my ad. Turn around and did get hit with the manhandle slam. She should have said right then and there, "Oh no, I lose my championship opportunity like that. We're not doing that. We're not gonna do that." But like you said, she needs to go out there and prove it. And what better way to do that by having her win the chamber from number one? And if you want to wait for her to do the Rumble, have her come out at number one and go all the way and break the record on top of that.
Yeah.
She come out at number one, she can last an hour and 8 minutes. She's proven she can do it.
But if we want her in this main event of WrestleMania this year, the chamber will have to be the chamber. She will have to look strong going into the chamber, and she will have to look strong finishing the chamber. She got to look believable against
Yeah.
against Rhea. She got to look believable.
Yeah, because even if she does win, but she uses like Raquel to help her get the final elimination or something like
It ain't
that.
gonna mean nothing. It ain't gonna
Yeah.
mean nothing. It's
Not
gonna be
at
the
Because then they're
same.
gonna be like,
You
yeah,
know what I
we're happy
mean?
that she's going to Mania, but it's like, does she really stand a chance against Rhea? Because like, oh, we know what she's gonna do. She's gonna call Raquel in. She's gonna call Dom in to help her.
Exactly.
And
Yep.
we know how that works. We know
Exactly.
what happens when she calls Raquel and Dom. They do nothing.
You can use that at Mania as a trick because the fans are going to be fooled because Liv actually going to do it on her own. Now you could pull that card at WrestleMania and it will work because we was already fooled by Liv Morgan doing it on her own for this long.
But what about
So
this?
if she do all her wins by herself,
Now, what if they go with that idea though, little big man? If they do that idea I said, Hell in a Cell, and then they pull the card out at that point, Like up until that point, Liv wins on her own. She does things on her own. But we have a Hell in a Cell match between Rhea and Liv. It's a Hell in a Cell match, mind you. No DQ. Everybody looks like Liv's about to lose
Well,
on her
hold on
own.
now. If it's really gonna be a no DQ, because we said that about Bray Wyatt and Seth, and all of a sudden it was a DQ. I'm like,
Yep.
what the
Yep.
heck was that
Yep.
about? But go ahead.
Yeah, that. Yep.
But then at that point, we see those two in Hell in a Cell. Liv pulls out that card. She helped, and the other two come out and help her win. And you have that visual. Liv puts her foot over Rhea's chest and holds the championship up.
All right. My thing is this. Liv is going. I know it's a far going conclusion. We don't even got to speculate about that. We know she's gonna be in one that she's gonna get one of the spots for the chamber. That's a given.
She's on the poster, so
she's on the poster.
That's why I think she's gonna win. Because usually the person that's on the poster wins.
She needs to win the chamber. And if we're not ready to pull this whole Bianca stuff out, fine. Then Liv needs to win the Bianca and Jay stuff. Then we need to have Liv win the chamber by herself. We don't need no nefarious means. We need to have her have a good, like she did last year. We need to have her have a good performance again. She needs to go on to face Rhea at WrestleMania. And if we do get like a women's Hell in a Cell match, it definitely needs to be her on her own too. She don't need the one thing that's gonna hurt her, and all this. That's it. That when we just saying that's it, they go with this. The one thing that will hurt her, they have her win by nefarious means. If she wins, if she doesn't win on her own, then it will just hurt her because people want to be like, well, she's doing it again with cheating and she's getting help. No,
Yeah,
she needs to do it on
but
her
here's the
own.
thing. Now I'm looking at the Elimination Chamber poster, right? The people that are on the poster right now as it stands for the poster that's advertised for that show: Jey Uso, Bianca, CM Punk, Rhea Ripley, John Cena, Liv Morgan. Liv Morgan is on the poster of the chamber.
As she should be.
As she should be.
She should
That's
literally
John
be
Cena.
winning.
Yeah.
Hey, again, Jey Uso was on the poster for Money in the Bank, and he didn't win. Drew won that, so we can't just say that because they're on the poster. That means they're gonna win. But
my boy won the damn man, my boy.
Bro, people were literally saying people were literally telling me I had the script. People were literally going crazy at me saying, "Oh, what are you talking about? Jey Uso don't stand a chance winning this." I said, "Watch you win." What happened?
Hold on, because we got to get Shay's opinion about this Women's Royal Rumble. We got to get her opinion on the matter.
Oh yeah, my fault.
Yeah, because this was her. She booked it and she got it right, so she gets.
Yeah, she did actually.
Her for last.
It was all right. It was better than the last couple ones. I'll say that. I was looking for more of alumni stars. More. We only had one person, Trish. It should have been more people like Victoria. All of them should have been at least in there. I'm happy at Lash Legend was in there and BFAB. That was kind of cool. Like a couple NXT stars was in there. But I didn't like. I liked how Nia Jax eliminated a lot of people, but it's just like it was just a filler. Like it wasn't like she was gonna win and being the number one going. I would have had Nia Jax win than Charlotte, in my opinion, because Nia Jax has unfinished business. With Tiffy, she never got a rematch. That's why I feel like Nia Jax should have won. Oh gosh, that's crazy, man. They let Charlotte win.
Yo,
She should
that's
have
what I was
won
saying. I was like, yo, when is Nia getting the rematch?
and let Nia get the rematch.
None of them are getting rematches. Like Liv didn't get her rematch, and Nia didn't get her rematch.
They're not giving nobody their rematch. They just trying to go.
No,
the
only time you get rematches if you're Rhea Ripley. You can lose every single match, but still get a rematch until you win it.
Ironically, when we think about it's funny, but if you think about it, when was the last time somebody got a rematch for a title? It was literally Rhea. Rhea is the last person to get a rematch.
Somebody did put this out. somebody did this put us a little big man as far as the chamber goes. Now there is a speculation of what the chamber matches could look like for the women, the face Rhea, and it reads: Io, Bailey, Bianca, Naomi, Nia, Liv.
Nobody wants to see Bailey. Nobody want to see her.
Bailey's not going to win. Io's definitely not winning.
Bailey, no, and Naomi and Nia.
Naomi,
They're gonna start fighting. Watch.
Naomi or Bianca is not winning. The best people, if that's the people we ended up for the chamber, your best bets on the people who wins is going to be Nia and Liv.
But we already seen Nia lose already.
If Nia wins, she beats Rhea at Mania. If Liv wins, she beats Rhea at Mania. If Bianca wins, Bianca loses to Rhea at Mania.
Right.
If Bailey wins, Rhea beats Bailey. That's how it's going to go.
Then the other one.
If it's anybody other than Nia or Liv, it's Rhea beating them. Because that's what Rhea gains from anybody else other than Liv and Nia. So if it's Liv and Nia, then it's more so Liv and them gains from beating her. But she don't gain nothing for beating Nia or Liv because she's already done it. So therefore, that's how you could determine who.
You also got to think about this. Win. Bianca being the powerhouse, she's more likely to be the only one that probably gets, Nia out. And then maybe at the end, you have it be Liv and Bianca.
But it needs to be Liv because Liv needs to look good.
Get her rematch.
So
and the other match is the teasing.
If we got Liv eliminating Nia, that will look good for Liv.
Or Liv eliminating Bianca.
Yeah. And we have seen that before. But now that we got the Women's Royal Rumble out the way, it's still more controversy to talk about here. Because we got one more match, the main event, which is the Men's Royal Rumble. Now, the Men's Royal Rumble going into this was booked spectacular. It had story, it had intrigue. Like Punch said, it was the better booking of the two WrestleMania matches, though it did. The Women's Royal Rumble did turn out to be like how we said it was good when we seen it. It just wasn't booked. The booking leading up to it was horrible, but it did its job in the actual moment. But here with the men's, it has so many storylines woven into it. CM Punk with this favor. Roman Reigns wanted to go up against Cody. Sami Zayn wanted his first main title win and main something win. What we got? We got Drew McIntyre wanting to take out every member of the bloodline. We got Jacob Fatu just being a wild man for some reason, ready to kill everybody. And we got interesting.
Jacob Fatu.
Braun Strowman coming in there, destroying Jacob Fatu. You had so many different stories. I love Braun Breaker for the most part. I love that whole spear off with him and Roman Reigns. They kind of teased something there. So it was so many stories woven into this. But the one thing that WWE did that made it so good was that they put Jay on a losing streak so that you wouldn't even think that he had the opportunity to win, that they would even book him to win the Rumble, so that when he did, it made it that much more exciting because it was like, I did not see him coming. Did we say on the Wrestling Pit podcast that he would be the safe choice? Yes, but we thought CM Punk or Cena was winning over, or Roman Reigns was winning over Jey Uso. Jey Uso just came out of nowhere, and he said it perfectly himself. He said they didn't see me coming, and I'm like, yeah, because of the way you was booked in the last couple of months, nobody saw you coming either.
I mean, yeah, but like you said, and I feel like people went into it, and it was like, because if you look at the way they structured it, right, where you had those big names, you would not think Jey Uso would stand a chance, but it also made sense for them to pull a swerve here because John Cena, with his thing that they did in the press conference, he came off like a heel. He says, I'm owed a championship opportunity. He acted as if he was a heel. Like he felt like, and he also used the moniker best for business. He says him winning the championship will be best for business. Him winning the chamber, best for business. That is what I think he's going to play into, be more of a corporate role going forward. He didn't need to win it. Seth didn't need to win it. Punk still has the favor. Roman didn't need to win it because Roman is Roman. He can easily go up to Cody and go up for a title, if you want to be honest. So, who was going to win? Jay was going to.
Now, let's start this off with how the Mania started, because this was the first controversy in this whole thing. And I wanted to everybody catch it. So, they started it off with Rey Mysterio at number 1, Penta at number 2. Now, the controversy wasn't them starting off. It was the fact that Penta been eliminated because he hit both feet hit the floor. And we were just going to be like, well, you know what? It's Penta and Rey. I don't care, but technically he's not in the Rumble. But okay,
yeah,
it's crazy.
We watching it. We watching it. I'm watching it. I'm like, wait, did he just literally just get eliminated and they got back in the ring? What's the referees? What are you doing? He just got eliminated.
The camera, the ref, the crowd, everybody seen Penta's feet say, bloop, and he just said, "Oh." He said, "Oh damn!" He left it up real quick, and we were just like, "They was like, yeah, only one foot hit the floor." Man, both feet hit that damn floor. He was gone. But you know, it's Royal Rumble. We got to do our spots, so I understood, and I was, you know what? I'm okay with it. I'm mad that my boy Carlito wasn't in there because he's still in the Rumble, damn it, because he never lost.
He never lost. Yeah.
Cody Rhodes should not be a 2-time Rumble winner because Cody has not eliminated Carlito. But anyway,
same thing goes for Curtis Axel.
Curtis Axel is still in the Royal Rumble, to be exact. We have not given these men their proper dues. But I wanted to point that out because while Lyra had wardrobe malfunction, we had a brain malfunction in the men's one because we all of a sudden everybody just was like, "Yeah, it's only 1 foot." Okay, I know we fought to suspend our disbelief because it's wrestling. Obviously, this is all stage, but I can't. It's only so far I could I could just forget and just pretend like this is all booked. This is all random. This is not stage. It's only so far that could go. Where I'm just like, so we're just gonna ignore the fact that both feet touched the floor. It wasn't just one. We saw it.
Nah, they can't excuse Penta because didn't the same thing happen with Kofi a couple times where he was supposed to be the original plan? He was supposed to be still in the Rumble, but them throwing him out, he literally landed on both feet, so they had no choice but to call it. What are we talking about?
So other than that I wanted to point that out because that was so funny to me. But other than that, the Rumble went it was awkward because I'm sitting there like, as we going on, people coming out and whatnot. I'm like, you do realize Penta is illegally in this match, right? It's like, but we still not. I get it. And they was giving Penta, and they was like, oh yeah, Penta and Ray's been there for a long time. They kept showing us that how long they've been in the match. I'm like, that's inaccurate. Penta is eliminated, but okay, he's not. He's been illegally in the match for that long, but okay.
Don't have JBL come out there. I said, please. I was happy your JBL didn't come out there because if he would have seen that and seen that Penta got back in the match after that, you know JBL the way he used to be when he had that segment with when he was beating up. I don't know if it was when he was on the border.
Yeah.
I said if he would have came out with that type of character and saw Penta do that, yo.
But I think Jimmy came out early. I think he was.
Jimmy did, yeah.
Was he like number 3 or 4?
I can look at the entrance from last night. I can go through the number. Like, let me see.
I couldn't remember. I knew he was an early entrant, but we pretty much for the men's did have a surprise entrant to number 15, which is Mr. Say his name and he appears, Joe Hendry. If I'm correct, that probably was like the only surprise entrant.
AJ returned.
Oh,
and
AJ
he came back with his old. No, they don't want none.
Yeah,
we no
longer have the old thing.
We no longer have to listen to you. Don't want none.
Yeah, you don't want none. But no, yeah, he came back with his old thing. I forgot AJ Styles was the other surprise entrant, but that was pretty much it.
Now he would have been a good swerve
Yeah, he would have been a good swerve.
because him
He
and
would've-
Gunther. Oh my God, that match would have been fire.
So I think
Yeah.
Joe Hendry and AJ Styles was our only surprise entrance for the men's. Everybody else was
As it
pretty
should.
standard.
Matt Cardona
But
was supposed to
I
be
w-
in it, but he got snubbed.
I want to say, oh, I forgot. Number 8 was
Speed.
Akira Tozawa, right? So Akira,
Yeah.
at this point, Carmelo Hayes had came out too. I forgot Carmelo was number 3. Carmelo came out and he got eliminated. So he got eliminated for the 8th person. The 8th person was Akira Tozawa. At this point, Otis was in the match. Otis, I don't know what they doing with your hair, boy, but it looked like you need to go bald. But so Carmelo is irritated that he got eliminated. Tozawa comes out, gets ready to go help Otis, and my boy Carmelo just clubs him in the back of the head, and all of a sudden he just can't compete. And I'm just like, so a
Yeah, he
move that
came in
we
at
see
10,
people have done on people multiple times, all of a sudden just takes Tozawa out completely. Like Tozawa's 2K rating is so low that he could get a club on the back of the head, and now that's just like damage him beyond.
And speaking of what you said, little big man, yeah, Jimmy came out early. He came out at number 10.
Okay, yeah, it was number 10. So at this point, this is like I said, this is before Jimmy came out. So Carmelo just clubs Tozawa. The camera, we got a match still going on in the ring, but we taking this time to focus on Tozawa getting taken back to the back. Triple H and Adam Pearce, they like, can you compete?
Stephanie.
They like, no, he can't, he's done. He can't compete. So who are we gonna get? Who we need somebody. Somebody got to take his place. And then like, hey, my boy Triple H said, hey, Speed is over there talking to Stephanie, and he was like, yeah, what's up? What's wrong? Speed, you in the match, you're in the rumble, get out there. He's like, what? I'm not ready. I can't go out there. What are you talking about? They just push him out there. So technically, the real number 8 person was not Tozawa, it was also Speed. But you know,
and he was over trying to speak game though. I saw Speed was trying to speak game with Stephanie over there.
Right.
He knew what was up.
So dramatically, I mean, for dramatic purposes, it was Tozawa, but in actuality, it was just really ISO Speed. They just wanted to swerve everybody with a surprise. So. Bro. I mean, we knew Speed was going to be there. We knew it was either going to be Kai Cenat or Speed that was in the Rumble.
You could have put Mark Cardona in there. I mean, he even said that he was even backstage at the Rumble. He was supposed to be in the Rumble, but they snubbed him. You could have used that to bring Matt Cardona back like you did for Andrade last year.
But I saw Speed go out there, and he do get an elimination. He eliminates Otis. With the help of Braun Breaker. Him and Braun Breaker are celebrating about the
barking at each other.
About. And also you just see Braun spear. And I'm just like, y'all ain't had to kill Speed like that. But Speed was over there talking
welcome to the WWE.
Man.
That's how you welcome to WWE.
You should have been over there talking to Stephanie McMahon. But and then Braun Breaker throws Speed out. And then Speed gets caught by Otis. And I think this is
threw him over the table.
And to be fair, this is where ISO Speed really got, like, all his other injuries were fake, but he did get really injured for real when they threw him over the table because he had a big gold gash on his leg. Like you saw the meat on that boy.
He had a promo afterwards, and he says next year I plan to eliminate Roman Reigns from the Royal Rumble. I said, good luck with that. You thought Braun Breaker was bad. Roman Reigns is gonna kill you.
Good luck with that. But yeah, Joe Hendry.
Braun Breaker looked like that was a real spear.
And he did spear him though. But like you said, little big man, you said that was his way. Welcome to WWE. Now Triple H knew what he was doing. He said, "All right, since he want to talk to my woman over here, I'm gonna show him not to talk to my woman again. I'm gonna tell him that."
He over there after Speed got in the ring. He went over there. He told that referee, "Hey, tell Braun Breaker to hit him for real with that spear."
He hit that man for real.
Like he said, "Hey, ref, tell Braun the spot is you spear and Speed, but even though we practice it differently, really spear Speed because he was back there talking to my wife.
I thought Speed died after that, bro.
Yeah, I thought he died. Cause did you see the impact? It was just
Hey.
like Speed was like, man, what you doing? Bow. I was like, oh
No, hey, but here's the thing. Here's the thing, though, little big man. Not only he got speared, but the cherry on top was him getting thrown by Otis over the table. He said he launched him. He said, "Yeah." He just threw him.
I'm just like, oh God. But so it was that. Then Joe Hendry came out, and I'm like, oh God, we're gonna get Cena. So I'm still there, like maybe Cena comes out early. High note, Cena don't come out for like
23.
He comes
Jordan
out
year.
another like because that Joe Hendry came out in 15. We don't get John Cena to number 23. So and Roman Reigns. No, Jacob Fatu. Was it Jacob Fatu? Who eliminated? No, it was Roman Reigns who eliminated.
Roman hits the spear, then eliminates Joe. Then we have Drew come out next at 17.
So I'm like, Roman, we could have got Joe Hendry and Cena had you just waited a little bit, but no, you wanted to eliminate Joe Hendry.
But here's the thing, though. What makes it even
we could have had a moment.
But what makes it even worse, though, is like during a backstage interview, Joe Hendry sat up there. He says, "I'm calling out John Cena." He says, "I want John Cena. John Cena is trying to win a 17th title. I'm right here." And he pats on his title, the TNA title. I said, "Oh nah, you about to give up your title to Cena? Don't do that.
Don't do that. Don't do that to yourself."
I mean, I think it'd be dope to see John Cena in the TNA ring.
But here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. It would count. The thing is, if you have the 17th world title, it counts the TNA title. This is going to provoke Ric Flair to come out and say, "Well, if we're going to count the TNA world title as a championship and count it as part of the 17, we might as well count all my other titles that I won, the NBA and NWA title."
The real record is 24.
Yeah, 24.
So it's a little give and take there, but one of the major problems, it was the only major problem I had with the men's one, is that I guess, and correct me if I'm wrong, but once John Cena came out and was staring down Roman Reigns, they rushed CM Punk and Seth Rollins. CM Punk and Seth Rollins came out like super fast. Like it wasn't even that much time has passed. John Cena got in the ring, and all of a sudden it was just
they talk about 90
like
seconds,
3 minutes, and all of a sudden it was CM Punk coming out.
They said it was supposed to be 90 seconds.
All of a sudden Seth Rollins is coming out.
It wasn't 90 seconds though. Like they said it's supposed to be 90 seconds, but when the way they were coming out, it wasn't 90 seconds. It was more like 30 or 45.
Right. I'm like, what is we doing here? Why is we rushing that so much? But okay. But then we get that. Oh, I get it because we had that awesome stare down. Oh, we had Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins didn't even get to do his entrance all the way. That's how you know that was rushing, because Seth Rollins came out and was like, yeah, and then he just ripped off his jacket and ran. My man didn't even finish his yeah. He just ripped off his jacket and ran.
Even CM Punk's didn't seem
right.
long.
It's like they rushed it because of time constraints, but they kind of did rush it. But then they made up for it afterwards. But that part just felt weird to me. Like I know
because
Dominic came out at 26 and his looked normal.
Yeah, everybody else looked normal.
Hey, speaking of Dominic, how is it Dominic got his regular theme, but Finn Balor got the Judgment Day theme song? You couldn't even give him his regular theme song?
I thought that was a new thing. That was just the Judgment Day theme song.
Yeah, but Dominic got his own theme song, his regular theme that he comes out to. But Finn and both Finn and Raquel had to come out to the Judgment Day theme. Liv came out to her own theme.
Oh, I thought that was just like I thought that was like a new music for Raquel. I didn't know that was just a Judgment Day thing.
That's the new Judgment Day theme song, and both her and Finn came out to it. But Liv and Dom came out to their own themes.
I was about to say, Indianapolis has a curfew of 11 o'clock for like over state. So if it looked like it was rushed, it's because of that.
Wait, they got a curfew because of what?
My boy lives out there, and he was saying that like they got a curfew. I think like 11 o'clock.
For what?
I don't know. Like he don't even know.
Yeah.
Like it's through the whole entire. Like it's through all like all the big events and stuff. That's why the events is early from like 6 to 10 or something like that.
That's why they started at 6
Because
because
it started at 5 o'clock my time and it ended at like 9 or maybe 9:30.
that makes sense. That makes sense.
Has a law where all the events and stuff like shuts down at 11 o'clock.
No, okay. Well,
They
that's
don't want
cool.
nobody up late night.
That's what my peoples was telling me.
But how are they
My
gonna
boy-
do it? But how are they gonna do this when it become, because they already said Indy is getting to WrestleMania, and WrestleMania usually ends at what, 10 o'clock?
Yeah,
11. No, WrestleMania usually go on to like 11 or 12.
11 or
But
12.
but if they're gonna do a 2-night, right? Usually the 2 nights will end at like 10 o'clock. That means over there it should be 11. After 11.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, I guess WWE is they're gonna work that out. You know what I mean? To where, you know what I'm saying? Like, they can have the WrestleMania like that. I think because it was supposed. Yeah, I think they're gonna work it out like that. So I don't. Plus, I don't know how long the curfew is. You know what I mean? I don't. You know what I'm saying? I don't have all like those specific answers, but I know my boy, I think my best friend that lives out there, and he was saying like if the show seemed like it was rushed, it's only because
Everybody
like
had
big
to be
events
back at
shut
the
down.
house.
Yeah,
Yeah,
by
everybody had
11
to be
o'clock.
back at the house. What time did it end? I thought it ended after 11.
No, because
Ended like
the kickoff,
10, like
so
10,
so the
10:30.
kickoff show,
Oh,
the kickoff show started at 3 o'clock. That's 2 hours. So it started at 5 o'clock for me over on the Central Standard Time, and
and
it
then
ended at like 9:30.
okay, so it was 10:30 when that pay-per-view ended. Okay, got you. So Jay had what spot
20.
did Jay
Jay came
had
at number
20.
20.
Jay came out 5 spots later. Then that's about 3 spots later. That's when we had John Cena. That's where we went through that whole awkward wrestling phase where everybody's time was just getting. It was like we wasn't even waiting the full 90, whatever. So I'm like, okay. I think Drew came out at number 27.
No, Drew. Okay, I can go through the entrance if you need me to. I got you.
I just need who came out after John, the entrance after John Cena. I know it was John.
Okay,
Then
so
CM
Drew
Punk and
came out
Seth.
after Roman at 17. Who came
Uh-huh.
after John Cena was 24. It was Punk. 25. It was Rollins. 26.
Uh-huh.
Dom. 27. Sammy. 28.
Sammy.
Damian. LA Knight came out at 29, and Logan came out at 30.
30. Yep. So that's pretty much who came out after John Cena. But so now that you got your final people. So the match was cool. Everybody had the 10 stare down. I love the camera work here. When everybody was down, you saw Seth Rollins in the camera. It focused on Seth for a minute. Then it was like, look who's
Roman's
looking
in the
at
back.
Seth. Roman's looking at Seth like,
But I like what commentary said though, little big man. They said something that caught my attention because they was an indie. They said that at that arena, that's where the Shield broke up.
mm-hmm.
That's where the Shield reformed,
Mm-hmm.
and there you had the 2 former Shield brothers in arms going at each other.
And they went at each other. So
Seth told.
So then I think it was the way how it went. I think Seth was trying to eliminate Roman, or Roman was trying to eliminate Seth.
No, so Seth, Roman was going for like a clothesline, but Rollins caught him, and he was trying to pull him out. Then you seen in the background creeping CM Punk and eliminate both of them.
CM Punk eliminates both Rollins and Roman, and then CM Punk gets eliminated by Logan Paul of all people. And
then Roman was like saying, "We were teaming at Survivor Series. What are you doing?" And then literally while he's talking,
Seth Rollins just stomps the hell
while he's talking, and then he goes and flips off Paul Heyman, and then runs right back.
That was the perfect synergy right there. But before I get into that, I just wanted to point out at this point, before all this happened, your final 3 is John Cena, Logan Paul, Jey Uso. But that they just laid down in the ring because the whole spot had to be this spot right here. So John Cena, Jay, and Logan just was laid out that it was tired. It was a good chance to get them some rest anyway. But so the rest of the match for this part focused on just CM Punk, Drew, not Drew, but I'll get into the whole Drew. I'll get into the whole Drew McIntyre drama in a minute. Supposedly, or you know what? No, because I will say that because it happens before all this anyway. Drew gets eliminated by Jay, I think it was.
Drew gets eliminated by Damian Priest.
Damian Priest gets eliminated, eliminates Drew McIntyre, and supposedly it's been reported. We don't know how true it is, but it's been reported that Drew is angry, saying that the elimination wasn't supposed to happen. At least it wasn't supposed to happen in the way it did. Something else was supposed to happen, but he's saying that somebody had to just get one more move in at the cost of something. So it seemed like his elimination wasn't supposed to happen the way it was. He was angry and he stormed. He was angry, cussing, and he stormed off. He was gone out the building before the Royal Rumble even ended. But now with that out the way, back to the drama at hand. So so CM Punk and Roman are on the outside just arguing, right? You was my teammate at Survivor Series, blah, 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 this, blah, 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 that. You helped me this, you helped me that. They arguing about them, and you can see CM Punk just fuming. He's not even saying anything to Roman. And then all of a sudden, Seth just loses his mind. And
he snaps.
He snaps.
He tried to kill Roman. He literally curb stomped him on the steel steps.
He curb stomps Roman on the ground, and then he fights with CM Punk. CM Punk just forgets about Roman,
and he flips,
and he just stands up, and him and Seth just goes at it.
They're goes over the flip off Paul,
and then once they got separated, that's when CM Punk. You see, they get up close on Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins is just, you can see it in his eyes. This man has lost it. He has lost his mind, and then he turns because you hear Paul. I guess Paul is yelling at Seth Rollins for stomping Roman Reigns. So then he just goes. He gets into Paul, and they trying to hold him back. He's going after Paul, and Paul's like, "Come on, like on the floor, you could have killed him." And then he's just sitting there, and then he just goes. He flips off and he runs. And at this point, I guess in all the chaos, Roman Reigns has like gathered himself up on the steel steps, and he just goes and curb stomps Roman Reigns on the steel steps, and Seth Rollins has completely lost it. I am interested in what
at this point, because people have been wanting for so long. I think, little big man, you can agree. I think everybody can agree. People have been wanting to see Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, one-on-one at a WrestleMania for years, and I feel like we might get it this year.
We might get a triple threat.
I don't know where. I don't want to see Punk in it though, because
that's what it looks like. It looks from the way they was telling that story. It's either going to be Seth and Punk, or it's going to be Seth and Roman. Or it's going to be all three of them because he fought with both of them.
I could see this happening. People might not think, and I want to get everybody's point, especially everybody's for sure. With the chamber happening, right, and we're seeing what's going to happen. What are the chances we could potentially get a multi-man for Cody's title at Mania? Because Roman might still want a rematch. Punk has that favor. He can automatically insert himself. And you still have the stuff with Seth Rollins playing off last year. So all those stories can be intertwined and get a fatal four-way. When's the last time we got a fatal four-way? What? WrestleMania 2000?
True. But you gotta remember, we don't know how this chamber about to go because me and Punch been saying John Cena is more advertised for this chamber than anybody. So he might actually win the chamber and face Cody at Mania.
Hey man, I don't know.
This is
Cody went on. Jay went on the poster and he still won.
Time will tell. But so after all the chaos is over with, now we finally get back to the final three. They doing the little stairs and stuff. It is Logan Paul, oh my God, John Cena, and Jey Uso. So they starting to go, everybody going back and forth. Logan Paul is kind of getting the better of the both, but then John Cena ended up getting the better. He tried to do a double attitude adjustment, or as I like to call it, the FU. I still like to call it the FU because I'm still rocking with
Jay
the chain gang Cena when it was just called the FU.
Jay slipped out though.
Jay slips out, and I thought he was going to super kick John Cena. He super kicks Logan Paul,
which stuns him.
And John Cena clotheslines Logan Paul, eliminating him, bringing to the final two John Cena and Jey Uso. Now, at this point, I am collectively losing my mind because possibility of Jay or John is now real. But I'm like, it's still John Cena in there, so it's probably
John Cena's not Charlotte though.
But Cena is not Charlotte. But what Leo has pointed out before, the drama of it all. So they actually has a match, unlike with Roxanne and Charlotte. They actually have a match. They go back and forth. John Cena tries to eliminate Jay. He throws him over the rope. John Cena celebrates, thinking that he got the elimination, until he turns around and see that Jay is gone. So he goes to try to finish the elimination, but Jay pulls John over to the rope too. And then I like how they showed it. They both sitting there like, oh crap, we both just went on the rope, over the top rope, and we on the apron. That means if we touch this floor, one of us is eliminated. So they both looking at each other like, oh heck no, it's gonna be you. So they go back and forth again. This time on the apron. John Cena again tries to AA. No, I think it was a super kick, and John Cena did the whole one hand teeter or anything. But then again, he tries to do the AA after the whole super kick, and they both go back and forth a little bit more. John tries to do another AA or FU, but Jay slips it again. He slips back into the ring, and he just pushes John, and John just said, he don't know dramatic fall. No, he just lands on his feet, and he just like, oh crap. And then ding, 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 your boy, the Usman himself, is the winner. Jey Uso is your 2025 Royal Rumble winner.
And bro, that crowd erupted.
That crowd went absolutely insane. And then soon after that, the crowd went absolutely insane in the opposite direction, because they was like, no, why did Jay win over CM Punk, John Cena, Drew McIntyre?
Because they didn't need it.
I'm like, the internet just went completely insane.
People went more bananas for like Charlotte than Jay, because Jay was more split.
Before we even talk about, get everybody's opinion on it, I want to sit here first and talk about why are we going insane over Jey Uso winning. I said this before. I ain't seen people say, why did Jay deserve it? There was better stories. Why Jay going over Cena? Why CM Punk or Seth Rollins didn't win? Everybody got a reason for why Jay shouldn't have won. And I seen somebody even say, well, don't get me wrong, I'm a Jey Uso fan, and I'm glad that he won, but there was more interesting stories to be told than seeing Gunther. And I said this before earlier when they were saying the only we about to get is Gunther versus Jay 4, but this time in the main event of WrestleMania. So it's like people are split, not like totally upset, but we still got people upset. People was happy. Before this, people was happy and cheering. We wanted somebody new. John Cena says, okay, I'm on my way out. I don't need the Rumble win. I could take the Elimination Chamber. Hell, I can even take Money in the Bank. But let somebody new win the Rumble. So we give that to Jay. All of a sudden, now that Jay has won it, we get the unpredictable. We get a swerve of a lifetime. Something that people wanted from the Royal Rumble. And now that we get it, now that's a problem. It's a problem.
Because you know why? Fans are fickle. They don't know what they want. They say we want one thing, they want another. How is it we're sitting up here and fans say they want something unpredictable, but when they give it to us, they don't want it?
This is why WWE doesn't listen to us. This is why they don't listen to us. Because we truly don't know what we want. We just literally, before Jay won, everybody was on the side with Jay winning. Soon as he won, it became split.
And you know why? Here's the thing. They'll give it to us, But where we want it the most, they're not going to give it to us. Why?
That's why we can't get to Liv Morgan, because they don't know. We don't know what the heck we want.
Because think about it. Because here's the thing, though. Soon as people wanted Liv Morgan to win the championship so bad, and as soon as she did, people started to turn on her.
So this is why I say.
So you're the reason why Liv Morgan is not main eventing WrestleMania, because you don't want to just play things out.
I'm like, this is exactly what we need. This is why I'm saying this was a great Royal Rumble. And because Charlotte and Jay won, people are literally saying this was the worst Royal Rumble ever.
The reason, now, I would say this. The reason I did not like the Royal Rumble is because Charlotte won. Because I wanted someone new. I was fine with Jey Uso winning. Charlotte did not need to win. She's a made star already. She's done literally everything that there is to do, but won a chamber. You could have used the chamber to have her earn her way to Mania, not just be given the championship. Because I don't like the fact that it feels like a slap in the face that everybody who's been working this entire year,
like to Tiffany, especially if they have Tiffany lose to Charlotte, that's a slap in the face to Tiffany.
Yeah, because she's only been champion for what, 3-4 months.
So you telling me Damian Priest and Tiffany were just transitional champions, and that all you really want is Rhea and Charlotte to really be your long-term champions? Like, that's crazy. But it's just crazy that people are turning on Jay so quickly now, because they just saying, oh, well, he just lost to Gunther. He just had this and that and that. He hasn't really been having stellar.
It's part of the story.
It's part of the story. That's what makes this good.
That makes it story. The story,
because he knows they were coming.
He knew. He said on Raw, he says, "I know in my heart I can beat Gunther, and if I have to win the Royal Rumble to do it, then so be it. If I have to go through John Cena, so be it. If I have to go through Roman, so be it. If I have to go through Punk, so be it. If I have to go through all those names, so be it."
Now, the one opportunity I will say that they did miss in that Rumble, we really didn't get like an interaction between Jay and Roman, and then we didn't get to see
I was waiting for that.
Like, we didn't get to see like if they was gonna like, oh, what is Roman gonna do? Is he gonna he's gonna want them to not fight him? He's gonna want them to get out the ring? Like, what drama was we gonna get here? That was the one drama story going into this Rumble that they did not act on. Rumble itself.
I need Roman to say something or acknowledge Jay in some type of way on SmackDown, or at least in the Mania, where he comes out and says something.
But it was for the most part, the men's Royal Rumble was pretty good. Jay got the victory. I did just want to touch on that, just to tell you guys about the audience, everybody, about the craziness of how
A&B Combos has a shout out to them.
Wins, and now we got people split on his victory. People are literally saying that everybody else that was in the match was more deserving of that win. And then, it goes back to what Punch has said too. Most people were talking about the fact that he only got 4 moves. Nobody want to see the super kick, spear, super kick, splash. Everybody's saying, like, I don't want to see that at WrestleMania, because
all forget he's the main eventer.
Super kick fest. So I do think that Punch is right. Maybe Jay needs to take time off and go train. If that's what Jay Cargill is doing, I think Jay needs to go do it too. I think Gunther or somebody needs to take Jay out, and we don't see Jay at least until maybe sometime in March or April. And then we go full steam on the build up to WrestleMania. Because you gotta remember, WrestleMania this year is not going to be at the beginning of April. It's going to be almost at the end of the month. So we got
A&B Combos has a great point. It's a fair point about Charlotte and the chief complaint about Charlotte, but it's about money and who puts butts in seats for Mania. Flair has that, but it also depends on her opponent, which is true. But we can't just rely on Charlotte to be putting butts in seats, because she's not going to be around forever.
No, she got an injury that could very well take her out of wrestling for good.
So I'm not trying to wish down on anybody, but if she were to get injured again tomorrow, right? Do you have anybody else that's built up? No, you don't, because you haven't really put any attempt to do so. So when we come to
I said that.
Chamber and we come to Rumble, we can't get invested in anybody else winning that we want to see win because they're not going to put any faith into them to win because they're going to go with the same people they've been pushing all along.
You want to know why Jey Uso's win is a split? And I've been saying this time and time again. Not only he has the 4 moves of doom,
She has to go to
but
the back of life if she loses.
we put Jay in this position too many times, and I said it. And I said if Jay loses at Saturday Night Main Event and he wins the Rumble, the crowd is going to be split because of the simple fact that we put Jay into this losing streak when it matters the most. And the crowd was going to get tired of it. And after a while, it just proves my point yet again. The crowd is tired of it.
But that's not the thing. Is it made for a perfect win because nobody thought he was winning the Rumble.
Exactly.
We thought this was going to be another big moment for him.
Here's the thing. That was cool, but it goes back to what I said about Saturday Night Main Event. Why put him in that world title match just to have him lose, just so that we can get here for the win? And I said it. I said Saturday Night Main Event was a mistake from the get-go. Because if we're going to go with the safe route with Jey Uso winning the Rumble, the crowd is going to be split because we done already seen the results at Saturday Night Main Event. Putting him in that title picture hurted Jey Uso winning the Royal Rumble. It hurted that. It didn't gain anything from Jey Uso.
But didn't it build him back up, though? Would you say it built him back up? Because a lot of people writ him off in the sense of, and I understand why. But him winning, yes, it did. Him winning the Royal Rumble pretty much got the fans back involved because people gave up on him, but he gave them a reason to believe in him again. How many times have we seen with Jey Uso when he loses?
The case, and why is the internet split about it?
Because that's it's been always forever been split with WWE.
Always fickle. Always that way.
From what I've seen, they split about it because they saying, I guess everybody's mad because their favorite didn't win. They wanted their favorites to win, and since the favorites didn't win,
here's the thing.
I mean, I would admit my favorite didn't win the Women's Royal Rumble, and I kind of hate the Women's Royal Rumble because of it. But I'm not gonna really say I hate it. I just hate the fact that Saudi won. The match itself was good,
and that's the thing.
I'm not about to sit here and trash on the whole Royal Rumble.
One thing the men's match gave us was an unpredictable winner, which is something the women's division has not produced since we've had a women's Royal Rumble. It has always been a predictable outcome time and time again. There's never been a case where we sat here and said, oh, we didn't see that person win the Royal Rumble. Everybody knew who was going to win the Rumble. Even in 2022, when we heard the rumblings of Ronda Rousey coming back, we knew she was winning.
Yeah.
Everybody knew she was winning.
I had 3 picks. I said Punk, Cena, and if you wanted to go with the safe route with the lazy booking because the story's already there, Jey Uso.
But if you did that, if they did that with Jay, there was no excuse they couldn't have not done that for the woman. If they had 3 people you could have done outside of Charlotte, I do not care what you're talking about. Liv Morgan, Io were the 2 people you have been building all 2024.
Yeah.
All 2024. Yeah. You have been building in a
But my whole thing is back to the men. My whole thing is, like I said, that Saturday Night Main Event, it kind of hurt Jay with this win. Regardless of how they spin it, regardless of how, the crowd was yeeting and all that. That's cool. It's fine. But deep down inside, WWE knew they messed up when they put Jay in that main event of Saturday night. Because we done seen Jay lose big time matches. And for you to put Jay,
you have to think. You got to think this. Maybe you got to think of the purpose that they put him in there. Like you said, though, Punch. They could have put him in there to see if he can stand and be on his own in a main event capacity. They also could have put him in there to see how the fans would respond to him being in a title match of that caliber with the Gunther, and the fans responded well to the point they was like, okay.
He was in the main event when Damian Priest was the champion.
But nobody saw him winning. But here's the thing, though. Here's the thing, though, with Jay, though. Here's the thing with Jay. A lot of the times when they have put him up against a champion for the world championship, it's always been wrong place, wrong time. He would literally be challenging for the championship when they had first won the championship, when we knew they were not going to have a transitional reign. They weren't going to do it. They weren't.
That's why I said when he lost to Damian Priest, that's why I said they needed to do the story with Jey Uso going to beating former world champions all the way to the Rumble. When Jey won it, it wasn't going to hurt the momentum of him going against Gunther. But no, we booked Jey in the main event of Saturday night when I said that was stupid because you have a medium PLE.
But you also got to understand this, though. Here's the thing, and I even told this to Little Big Man. This is the thing that people have to understand. With how big Jey Uso is, he is the biggest merch seller in WWE, gets the biggest pops in WWE, period, point blank, outside of CM Punk and Cody Rhodes, period, point blank, in a story. Here's the thing. When you have Jey Uso win that championship, it is going to come at one or two pay-per-views, either WrestleMania or SummerSlam. Nothing else. He ain't going to win it on a Payback. He ain't going to win it on a Survivor Series. He ain't going to win it on a Crown Jewel. He ain't going to win it on a Saturday main event. It's going to be SummerSlam, WrestleMania, or nothing. They're not going to use one of them.
But that's why I said after that PLE match with him and Priest, she should have won against former world champs, and they should have just building to WrestleMania. We shouldn't have put him in that Saturday night to the Royal Rumble. Excuse me. We shouldn't have put him so close Saturday night main event, and then you got a Royal Rumble next week. I keep trying to tell people when you have a medium pay-per-view and a big-time pay-per-view so close together, it messes up the momentum and the storyline going into the pay-per-view. And it did that with Jey Uso. The crowd was yeeting. That's cool that he won. But also you got to divide and split internet, not only because their favorite won, it's because of the simple fact that we done already seen this just last Saturday. He lost.
But then, I guess we already seen Charlotte win, but I guess we is getting a new match out of it with her and Tiffany. But we
you know what I'm saying?
We did already see Charlotte win the Rumble before.
Now with the whole I can see if it was for I can see if Jey went against Gunther in a non-title match. Jey Uso loses the match. It wouldn't have hurt the momentum because it wasn't for the title. That's what I'm trying to get at. We put Jey in these big time matches for so long, it hurt the momentum Saturday night, hurt the momentum of his win. I don't care how y'all spin it. It did that. It hurt the momentum of his win. That's why I say WWE made a big mistake when they put Jey Uso in the main event of Saturday night.
But then again, what were you going to do? What were you going to do? If you were going to have him defend that title, who would you realistically have as a top babyface to go up against Gunther? But people wouldn't have. At that point, you could.
Well, it wasn't even going to be Gunther and Priest because Priest made it clear he's going after Cody.
And he got traded to SmackDown.
He got traded to SmackDown. He said he's going
after Cody. I'm saying we did a random booking with Jey and Gunther anyway. So you could have did Gunther against anybody.
Then why? One thing that they should have did, but one thing they should have did during his reign is why didn't they do Gunther Balor one-on-one? But when they did do that, tried to do a one-on-one, they added Priest and made a triple threat. You automatically could have made that a one-on-one. But they
A
didn't do that.
one-on-one match. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You could have did anybody in that spot if we knew the safe route was going to be Jey Uso winning the Rumble. That's why I said it hurt Jey Uso more than Jay got momentum from it. Because we done seen it Saturday. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we just running it back at WrestleMania. Like, come on. If we know the outcome now, Jey Uso's gonna win that Mania. So why we didn't save that world title match until Mania? That's what I'm saying. Saturday Night Main Event killed it. Killed it.
I can't say he's wrong because that's what people are saying. People are like, he just lost last week. I'm like,
Exactly. If you
when I
look on
saw
the
that
internet right now, that is the main comments that everybody is saying. He just lost last Saturday.
and when I saw that, I'm like, I gotta give it the punch. I think he was right about this whole having these pay-per-views next to these mini pay-per-views next to major pay-per-views because
But here's the thing.
the
Here's the
main
thing, though.
problem that
Here's the
everybody's
thing.
saying he just
Here's
lost
the
last week.
here's the thing, though, with these Saturday Night Main Event shows, right? And I made it very clear. If you want these shows to be must see, you have to be willing to go out all out and literally have some big moments happen on these shows. Give the fans a reason to tune in for these shows. Give the fans a reason to watch these shows. Give the fan the reasons to go out and buy tickets to go to the show because they go into these with the expectations like, oh, at the last Saturday Main Event, Jey Uso won the World Championship. I wonder what big moments are they going to do here. That's the mindset that we need to have going into these shows. This is the type of mindset WWE needs to have going into these shows.
As a
Pulling off
matter of
moments like
fact, to be real, you shouldn't even put Gunther on the card. Sheamus and Braun Breaker should have been the main event.
yeah, because
Sheamus
that
and
match was
Braun
better.
Breaker should have been the main event.
I was under the belief that Gunther should have defended his title at the premiere of the Netflix on Raw on Netflix because it made sense. That's his show. How's everybody
Exactly.
how was everybody on the show except for the champion himself? Instead of
Himself.
we got the champion in the video package, and I'm like,
That's what I'm
okay.
saying. Like, if you look at listen, I was yeeting all the way. I was happy for Jay winning. I was super. If you look at all the comments, a lot of people's not upset that Jay won. They are more so of we just seen this last Saturday. People in the comments is we see this last Saturday. He just lost Saturday. So that's why they like, well, why would he deserve to win when he just lost? You see what I mean? Look at him win. You know what I'm saying? So if we would just have Jay just winning matches after the Damian Priest loss.
But hold on, to throw a wrench in that, we kind of did that with Sami Zayn with Gunther at last year's WrestleMania. Didn't we already have Gunther versus Sami, and then he lost only to go up against Gunther at WrestleMania and win? It's kind of the same deal.
But we didn't have a Saturday night main event when that happened.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? We didn't have it to where, oh, we just remember this last week. You know what I'm saying? Like, we just remember this 7 days ago. You know what I mean? We didn't have that. Yeah, everybody keeps forgetting. Nobody forgot Saturday night main event just 7 days ago.
No, yeah, I understand that. I'm just saying
That's why I say.
that's why I say it's kind of similar because
That's why I say. Because AEW has the same problem. They need to stop booking these mini shows.
Don't tell me they're about to book this for Mania. Oh no. They're about to apparently.
What's she at though? Hold on, because we
we gonna get there. Hold on, we gonna get
What
there.
is Nikki
where's she
Bella's?
at? Because that's her man. Her man won. You know what I mean?
No, but I wanted to take this time to talk about just about the fecalness of the fans and how they feel about that. But on the other side, getting back to the review side of it, the match itself was good. I like who they picked to win. Even though my pick, I did initially say I wanted Cena to win, but I also said too that I'll be cool with Punk or Jay. So I guess in a way, I did get it. I kind of got it right, even though my main pick was Cena. I did say I was cool with Jay or Punk, but overall, the match wasn't bad. It was very good. It had a compelling stories. We had a compelling brawl afterwards. Everything was chef kiss in this match, and Jay Uso winning, controversy or not, or in controversy being that Penta was already eliminated, but but the crowd reaction, on the internet or not, I'm glad that Jay got the win, and I can't wait to see him in the main event of WrestleMania. Um, but now that we got our opinions out about what we think about the crowd, Punch, in your opinion, the match, just about the match itself, now
Okay.
was it good or bad?
No, I was good. I like the fact that I can respect Triple H's Royal Rumbles. So in these past what was it, past 2 years or so?
Mm-hmm.
He's using the main roster as it should be. We should not overload the Royal Rumble with legends or surprises because you're pooping on your main roster, the people that work 365 days a year. So I can respect Triple H, uh, Royal Rumble. We got a lot of stories out of it. My MVP of the night is definitely Jacob Fontana. He looked like crazy going into that joint. He looked strong
Did
going into
Jacob
that
have
joint.
the most eliminations?
I
Jacob,
think
I think
so.
he had a few.
Yeah, I could have sworn it was Jacob with the most eliminations. But go ahead, continue,
Um,
Punch.
but we are going to continue that story with him and Braun Strowman, so I'm cool with that. Uh, even though he was out, he was out. However, I'm gonna let that slide. I'm gonna let that slide because that's my guy. You know what I mean? That's my guy. Um, we had some stories out of it. R.I.P. the Speed. Damn, my boy got killed. Uh, Shout out to Jay for winning. You know what I mean? He won. He and shout out to John Cena, man. I mean, even though this is his last run, John Cena, even though kicking it with Leon when he said about that interview that John Cena, I think that was a
He
heinous
turned heel.
interview.
And speaking of that, I saw a interview with Nikki post Rumble, and she talked about having unfinished business with Charlotte and Liv.
I'm with that. But
What
back
does
to
Liv Morgan gain from
the
beating Nikki? What does she gain from that?
But go ahead, Punch.
more to the story. But shout out to John Cena for putting over Jey Uso. He did. He did. Uh, I can't even get mad at it. I mean, Cena probably could have went for business for himself. Like, yo, no, this is me. But he didn't. You know what I mean? He did what was best for. Goes back to the interview. What's best for business? I think we're going to get a Halo Cena down the line.
Oh, for
I
sure.
called it. Oh, and probably a corporate version of Cena.
Yep. Or
Wearing the suit.
business off him. Yo, remember how Stone Cold turned heel and everybody should remember that WrestleMania with Stone Cold turned
Yeah.
heel. What if we get that with Cena? Only Triple H is just standing in the ring. Because remember when when Stone Cold turned heel, Vince McMahon was in the room. What if we get that with Cena?
Now, I could see that, but what about this on top of that? John Cena trades, like the jorts that he wears for business attire when he starts wearing the suits and stuff.
That's what I'm saying, like the corporate Cena. That's what I'm getting at. he hits Cody with the chair.
Oh, but you know what'd be the best way to
Child,
get
you
him?
know what I mean?
You know what would be the best way for him to get the ultimate heel heat if he does do that, if he becomes a corporate and then becomes a heel? He inserts himself in the Jey Uso match and literally makes it a triple threat.
Nah, we need to take it. Nah, that's the case. We need to take the belt off of Cody.
Mm-hmm.
See, I think it'll be because you gotta remember, if you gotta remember, if we go on story wise, they already portraying Cody as the new Cena.
Yeah.
Cena said, "Ain't nobody about to be the new me." But
Exactly.
so we could get to Shay here. Leo, what did you think of the entirety of the men's Royal Rumble match?
I thought I felt like the structure of it was really well, just because like the first half, right? You had like up and comers, right? And then you start had like the upper mid carders come in towards the second half, like your Braun Breakers and stuff like that of the world. You kind of just showed it like the rookies, like your Carmelos and your Chad Gables, your Pentas, like your rookies that you can put a lot of faith in the near future. They come out in the first half, and then towards going into the second, like the middle parts of the Rumble, we had like your upper mid carders, and then towards the end, we had like your big names like your Romans, your Cenas, your Rollins, and your McIntyres. I was surprised we didn't get a Randy Orton on like entering,
But he
because
probably gonna
I
be
felt
at the chamber. I can see him at the chamber.
I could see that too, because I was surprised we didn't see him. I thought we would have get like one big return like we did with Andrade from number 3 last year. Maybe we would have had like a potential Matt Cardona, because he was there. He was backstage, but they just didn't use him. And I really felt like that you could have used him and implemented him in some way, shape, or form. And maybe you could have had Matt Cardona be the one to eliminate Drew McIntyre. Then this would have created a compelling story going into Mania, because now it's two former guys who left the WWE to make big names for themselves, and now they're back better than ever. So I think that would have been a compelling story to have going into Mania. Um, and then pretty much Drew's starting to become the more like Seth Rollins being like the gatekeeper for WWE, where he doesn't like all these new guys coming in and trying to take his spot and stuff like that. That would have been a great compelling story that you could tell for Mania, especially with how big it is, and now you have two guys who have similar paths and similar stories to where they are back to WWE fighting each other. I think that would have been cool to see, but I know, I think it was really produced well and telegraphed well. I feel like the final four was really cool. I think Seth trying to eliminate Roman and Punk eliminating, I think it played into the story with Seth and the Punk going up with their history. Adds more history for sure. Now you have Roman and Seth, wanting their lick on each other. So you have that. We don't know what Logan Paul is doing for Mania. I feel like maybe Logan Paul does fight AJ Styles. I think those two have a really hard hitting match and with high flying spots and stuff like that. I think that fits both of their styles, and stuff like that. But I think overall, I think it was a good Rumble. I just feel like we could have maybe had a little bit more surprise elements to it. But I think for the most part, it was really good. I just felt like we could have added a little bit more surprise elements.
Okay. All right, Miss Shay. This is your flow. This is your time to shine. Go ahead, go for your man.
For the most part,
Your man's
you
one.
already know my man won. Yeah, I always believed in my man, even when people did it. Um, it was cool. Actually, I did like how they had the old people, the new people, and like that was fire. I'm not gonna lie, that Speedy that shot was funny. That boy got tossed out. That boy was done for the count. And I'm thinking, Triple H, you could have put somebody else in there, but you gonna put Speedy. Okay, whatever. You could have put Trick Williams in there. I'm so mad he wasn't in the Rumble. It didn't make any sense to me.
Yeah, I'm like, wow, we didn't get no Trick Williams. Okay.
No Trick
No NXT. We
Williams.
didn't get we didn't get any NXT call ups or
No,
NXT
No, you
appearances.
didn't get no
Trick,
no,
NXT
no
people.
Trick,
none.
no Wesley, no Obafemi.
No, it was just mostly main roster for
It was
the
all main roster and then one
Yeah.
TNA.
And
Trick
yeah,
should have been in there.
Joe Hendry was the only person who represented the future of the company. But
Yeah,
go
from
ahead,
another
Shay.
brand. But yo, and when I saw all them, like, but I said about 10 boys in the ring, I was like, okay, Sheamus, you could fight Jacob. Then I was like, Jacob, Roman. Then you got Jacob, everybody. Then I saw Drew over there. Was like everybody had somebody that they could have fought. Like CM Punk, Drew, Seth, Roman, everybody could have fought somebody. So that's how I'm kind of Logan Paul, LA Knight, AJ, Logan Paul. Everybody could have is like, whoa, we will get all these matchups. We're going to get all of them. But those matchups would have been fire if they come true. And if we do, I'm the first person that said it. Okay.
But they are
But
teasing one of the things we did say earlier, though, a little bit, man. They're already teasing, and it's one thing I didn't catch in the Rumble.
who?
So when Charlotte was coming out, Liv was staring her down the entire time.
Oh yeah,
Mm,
I told you his story there. Oh yeah,
I think
yeah.
that's gonna be the SummerSlam match.
that
Oh,
would be the SummerSlam match.
yeah. I can't wait for this. And outsource you, Roman. Why I told you? Why did you eliminate me? You supposed to help me. Like this, y'all is getting crazy. Roman Seth versus CM Punk. That's gonna be crazy. You got Logan Paul, AJ. You got Jay really didn't fight nobody really. Penta was in the corner acting like he was like like he was just letting them fight the whole time.
He was
John
asleep.
Cena fight like he was asleep. John Cena fighting everybody, which I kind of enjoyed because he didn't really get tired at all.
Yeah,
That
Penta
was
wasn't even
good.
supposed to be in the match because he eliminated himself. But go ahead.
And Andrade got eliminated. I was like, how that happened? So yeah, it's a lot of people, and Triple H did it with this one. This was one of the best rumbles from the men in a minute, and it all made sense. Like everybody hated each other. Like the last 10 men, everybody hated. And you saw Jacob over there in the corner talking to Jimmy. You ain't see that?
And what's crazy, even after Jay won, I love the wholesome moment that
Yeah,
Jimmy had. He came and gave him the shirt on when he came backstage, and then Jacob was back there with the YEET shirt on.
yeah, that was hard. I ain't gonna lie.
If we're
I
gonna
can't
get
wait
a
to see what
Matt,
color he gonna
if
do.
we're gonna get a Matt and Jeff feud between Jay and Jimmy,
No,
because
Not right now.
Because Jay's gonna win at WrestleMania and become champion, and Jimmy gonna get jealous and they gonna get Jay
no.
Pyro all set the
What I think is
fireworks
gonna
go
happen,
off.
I said this. This is what's gonna happen. I feel like Jay is gonna win because he won the Rumble. I think he
Mm-hmm.
wins the world title at Mania, but
Mm-hmm.
Jimmy wins the United States Championship from
I can see
Shinsuke.
that. I can see that. And then, or
Oh,
if that doesn't
ooh.
happen, Cena could get the United States if he don't want to go, for the big goal because he still needs that one too.
No,
No,
the
he
only
needs
No, he
the
title
get the outfit.
Intercontinental. He needs the
Intercontinental.
Intercontinental.
Oh, Intercontinental. Yeah, so he can get Intercontinental too. He has two options.
But if he goes for the IC, he's got to deal with Braun Breaker.
Oh, that
Mm-mm.
would be a good match.
But I forgot about that. Did anybody catch that on SmackDown where Jimmy Uso did his promo and you saw Shinsuke just sitting there in the
I
background
see
looking
that.
at
Yeah,
Jimmy?
they about to go at it.
I'm
They
like,
about to go at
oh,
it.
that's a good tease. I
Yeah, he
love
was
Triple H
walking
for
back
that.
behind him, and I'm thinking like in the Rumble, I've said, okay, maybe we're gonna set something between these two, potentially leading into Chamber or Mania. But Jey Uso took took care of Shinsuke, so I
Yeah.
wouldn't be surprised if Shinsuke comes out on SmackDown and tries to take out um Jimmy just because he's upset Jay took him out of the
Oh
Rumble.
yeah.
Well, Damian Priest gonna be Drew gonna be mad at Damian Priest because Damian Priest hit him out with his big apple head.
Yeah.
But come on,
That might
Shay.
be a Mania.
I know you got it in. I know you want to go crazy about your boy Jay winning.
Yeah. Oh well, my man. I didn't know he was gonna win, but I was kind of
Oh,
happy because
he
I was
mad
like,
at you
Jay,
now.
you better do it, Jay. That's me in here screaming. You better do it, Jay. Don't play around, Jay. Oh, he about to hit you, Jay. Well, I was going crazy in him, but I even shed a tear.
Jay might feel it some type of way that you didn't think he was gonna win. You didn't have no belief in your boy.
Right?
Oh,
You like that's
I
gonna
had
be
to
your
believe.
man.
Oh, I had to believe. I said he was gonna win.
She
Yeah.
she said it.
Yeah.
We
I
all
always
seen
have
it.
belief in my man,
It's
even when he
crazy. It's
don't win.
crazy. That's the crazy thing, though. I literally predicted Jay was going to win Royal Rumble since he lost Money in the Bank. But people called me crazy.
Yeah, people
I
kept
said
saying
it
that he wasn't
too.
gonna win.
Well, I
Yeah.
said it too. Because when he did win Money in the Bank, what did I say? What was next for Jay? He had
Yeah.
to win.
Because I literally
the
said
Royal
Royal
the only
Rumble.
two places I could see him winning a world title is either
I-
WrestleMania or
what-
SummerSlam.
me and Punch was going back and forth about this. I said that's the most logical. Do you gonna hear that pop
Yeah.
when Jay wins
But
that Royal
That
this
Rumble?
is
joint
what
was
they do now.
shaking.
And
What they
guess
do
what?
now.
And then guess what happened? He won the
This is
Royal
what they
Rumble,
do.
and that pop
This is
was
what they do,
crazy.
though. This is what they do at literally Money in the Bank.
Mhm.
Now that they gave Jay the Royal Rumble victory, Dominic needs to win Money in the Bank.
I'm with that.
And
Yeah,
here's the thing.
I can
Now,
see that.
punch. Think about this. Now
real
this will be
sneaky.
funny. Now, think about this. We see at some point, maybe at SummerSlam, we get Cody and Cena. Cena, gets his moment, right? Wins the championship. Come over for him. Had a grueling match with none other than Cody. Dominic cashes in, beats John Cena, and becomes WWE champion. Now
I can see that.
if he
I can.
that would literally get so many people talking and get so much hate because Dominic just beat John Cena the same night he gets his championship.
See it. And the only reason why I say it because John Cena will be that type of guy that'll be like, all right, I'm going to put him over. Go ahead, let it happen. I can see that for that reason. I can see that.
That would be so cool, and you have that in SummerSlam. Dominic
I
leaves
can see
WWE
that.
champion. He
Mhm.
cashes in
Question
on a
is,
John Cena.
the question is, are they ready to give Dom
You
that
guys,
type of
he
push?
has star. He has the potential. Because there's two
Yeah,
people.
I
No,
don't
here's the
know.
thing. Here's the thing, though,
We'll
Punch.
see.
There's two people that I think should win Money in the Bank this year: Dominic Mysterio or Finn Balor. Finn Balor should realistically win Money in the Bank.
Definitely Finn.
Anybody, Finn Balor's my number one choice. It should be.
And have Finn Balor win his championship against them, John Cena. Because think about it, John Cena put him over in the lead up to Royal Rumble 2019. Remember?
Yeah.
So he puts him over again. He put him over, and was it a gauntlet match or something like that? No, it was a triple threat. And guess what?
Oh.
Finn Balor won, but he pinned John Cena to win his match to go on to face Brock at Royal Rumble.
But
Yeah.
are we getting here, Cena?
Yes.
The Cena that thinks about himself? Is he gonna put over Finn Balor? That's gonna be the question. If we get here, Cena, I'm thinking corporate Cena. No, this is my time. This is for me. I ain't putting nobody over. Don't care about it. I'm gonna win my way. You know what I'm saying?
He's gonna turn into what's his name? Lexus King. My way, my life. That's what he's gonna turn into.
That's what I'm saying.
We got some interesting couple. We got an interesting couple of months leading into WrestleMania because we don't know. This is the most unpredictable elimination chamber that's about to happen
for both men and women.
For both men
You
and
know
women.
what? You know what I think? I feel like Jay was the safe route to win. Because the story that you got going in the elimination chamber.
John Cena winning.
You have Cena, Paul, Drew,
Roman, Seth, and AJ.
But they're about to have a battle for the centuries in there, boy. They're gonna be fighting each other.
Yeah.
Because now you got two champions that automatically ain't gonna have a competitor for WrestleMania, and that's Cody and Rhea. And we gotta decide that who's gonna.
You gotta go with story.
So now both chamber matches are not going to be championship matches. They're just going to be matches to determine who's facing them at Mania.
But you gotta realize,
we haven't seen something like that in a long time.
But ain't if Cena won, can he choose Braun Breaker? He can choose Braun Breaker, right?
No, because the chamber.
Yeah. Oh,
No,
he had
No,
to.
if
Oh,
you win the
no,
chamber, the
oh.
because
chamber is gonna
here's
be
the
for
thing.
like Cody. It's gonna
Yeah,
be
the
Oh,
chamber.
okay.
They
Cody.
already
No,
announced the chamber
he
match that they already announced it. The chamber match that we will be getting for the men will determine Cody's contender for WrestleMania.
nah, but we are talking John Cena though. We talking somebody that got a little bit of booking control here. So if he did wanted to change the narrative and say, you know what, I'm gonna go after the IC title, he can do
But
that.
that would kind of just be a
Yeah.
waste of a spot because then it's gonna be like, well, what's the
Yeah.
point of the chamber then? What's the
Yeah,
point of
because
him
remember,
winning
you
it?
gotta
Tournament.
remember that we need to know who's facing Cody at Romania.
You could do a whole tournament.
Yeah.
That's the whole point. You're doing the chamber tournament.
No, I'm saying if WWE was to go PvP, Cena went the other way. Yeah, you will have to do a tournament. I know, man.
We get 2 tournaments, huh?
Might as well. I mean, hey,
I
man.
mean, might as well because
We might as
nobody's
well
going
put
to.
on
Braun's going to
Fast
keep that
Lane.
title forever.
At this point, we might as well put on Fast Lane because we ain't gonna have nothing at the chamber up until WrestleMania.
I forget about
Wait,
Fastlane.
and it's another Saturday night main event in like March? Yeah.
Oh God. Well, I guess
Yeah,
this is.
there you go.
I guess it's okay because this ain't close to Mania. So
Yeah, I'm gonna
So
say,
when is
and it's another Saturday.
Fastlane?
But I don't think we're
Fast,
getting one.
the chamber took the place of Fast Lane.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna say, and it's another Saturday night main event in like March?
Yeah.
Yeah, March the 1st.
Somebody put up a tweet says 2010 John Cena watching 2025 John Cena put over Jey Uso.
Yeah, 2010. John Cena's like, what is you doing, bro?
We don't do that. We don't put people
But
over.
this was a great Royal Rumble. I haven't seen a good Royal Rumble like this in ages. I almost forgot. I just looked at my notes and I forgot that when I started this, I forgot to say that Stephanie McMahon opened the show. I forgot that part. I'm sorry, guys.
I
Yeah,
missed
thank
that.
God it wasn't Triple H.
Yeah, she took the role of Triple H this time instead of Triple H kicking off the Royal Rumble. It was Stephanie McMahon who kicked off the Royal Rumble. Which
Wait,
I'm
did somebody find this? They were fighting after they got eliminated. So you remember the part where Nia Jax took out everybody, right?
yeah.
The people that she eliminated were fighting up the ramp.
Of course they was.
So
Of course they
Raquel
was.
looks like it was
They all
Raquel,
have
Io.
beef with each other.
So Raquel, Io, Naomi, Bianca, look like Stephanie Vacour and Liv. What are y'all fighting for?
They say because we need to make our careers interesting since Miss Charlotte Flair is coming back and taking our spot all of a sudden. And then we're gonna get Charlotte Flair's like, oh, you're mad because your favorite superstar didn't win. And she's like, it's about me.
I just want one of these women just to go up to Charlotte one day and says, we're tired of you.
We're really tired of you. But I'm gonna give the Royal Rumble. I'm gonna give them a 9.5
out of 10.
Out of 10 because Charlotte won the Rumble. Charlotte won. It was a perfect 10 until Charlotte won the Rumble. If Charlotte would have not won the Rumble, it would have been a 10 out of 10 for me.
I mean, but we said I said she was going with it.
I mean, that's why it's a 9.5. I already deducted a point from it just for Charlotte winning, but I didn't expect the Rumble to be that good to where I was like, okay, I could originally I'm like, okay, this probably gonna be like a 8.5, a 7.5, but it was so good. I'm like, this could have been a 10 out of 10, but Charlotte, them actually going with Charlotte winning. I'm like, well, there go my point. There go my point right there. So now instead of being a perfect 10, it was a 9.5.
Okay.
YEET.
Jey Uso winning, how great that man's Royal Rumble was. Jey Uso winning the tag team match, doing what they need to do. That awesome Kevin Owens and Cody Rhodes ladder match. The women's Royal Rumble for the most part was good. It just the downside to the women was the ending of who won. Other than that, I can't say nothing but good things about the women's Royal Rumble. I just don't. The only bad thing I can say is that Charlotte won.
Jordan Grace was a beast.
Jordan
I'm
Grace
scared of
was the
her.
But she
beast.
got beat up.
Okay.
But she got put up by Julia.
She got
And
yeah,
Alexa got eliminated by Liv.
Yeah, I seen that.
Alexa Bliss return was something awesome. I literally went crazy for my Ohio native. I'm glad my Ohio native Alexa Bliss was there. I'm hoping she be there tomorrow on Raw since it's going to be here in Ohio tomorrow.
Trish got eliminated by Nia. That was
Hey, I was
crazy.
Nia. Trish almost eliminated Nia,
Yeah,
but
she was
I like that.
close.
I like that when she did eliminate Trish, she was like, "Ooh," and then she tried to mock Trish and stuff. I'm like, Trish ain't the person you want to mock.
Yeah, Trish might come back
Trish
now.
got
I
more
can see it.
moxie than you.
Tiffany says she had some unfinished business between her and Nia.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
did before I hand it off to y'all to give y'all your ratings. Rhea and Tiffany was interviewed about the winner of Charlotte Flair at the Women's Royal Rumble, and
Mhm.
Rhea just basically said, "Told sorry, don't come for me because we already did this. We've been there, done that,
And I beat
and
you.
we know how that we know how that ended. I beat you, and I will beat you again." And
She beat her too. So Rhea, please don't act like you have the pennies in a bunch, okay? Thanks.
I mean, it is 1-1, but I don't want to. I don't
Yeah.
care to see
Yeah, I
that
don't.
feud
Yeah,
anymore.
it's 1-1, but I don't want to see them running back. But then she
Please
passed
don't.
it off. She passed it off to Tiffany, and Tiffany just reiterated what she's been saying
I
for the
don't.
past
I
2
told you I
weeks.
didn't care who won.
Yeah, I don't
Whoever.
care who won. Whoever, if Charlotte faces me or whoever wins, they'll be on Tiffy time at WrestleMania.
Tiffy
Please,
time,
Charlotte,
damn
break
it.
the brakes off of Tiffy.
Oh,
So
oh,
Oh, did you see
oh,
what Jay said after he
oh,
won though? Did you see what
oh,
Jay said after he won?
oh.
You
Hold
said
on,
what?
wait, hold on, wait,
Did you
hold
see
on,
what?
hold on.
So Jay had a.
what happened?
Oh, hold on. Cause Shay coming at my girl Tiffy time. Hold on. Charlotte ain't
Yeah.
beating the bricks off of nobody over here.
Oh,
You see?
Charlotte's going to tear up. Okay, I'm sorry to
Oh
tell
no,
you.
hold on.
Oh,
If we're being realistically, the worst choice in that WrestleMania match is Charlotte winning because you just made Tiffany into a transitional champion.
Yep.
look, we know that. We know that for the simple fact that I'm defending my girl Tiffany.
She'll be
Shay
okay.
ain't happy.
She no, she blindsided my girl Nia, so Charlotte, but to beat her up. How about that?
But like I was saying though, Jay, did you see what Jay Uso's promo after he won the Rumble though? Before he went backstage,
Yeah,
and what
You
he
talking
said?
about
Yeah.
his son?
that's what
He
he said.
says
You didn't
he
see it
said, and I
coming.
quote, "I bet y'all ain't see that coming. There's
Yep.
another thing coming. You gonna see coming though." Us me main event of wrestling and becoming the new world heavyweight champion. So he pretty much just said he's going after Gunther because he said world heavyweight champion. He didn't say WWE champion.
Yeah, we know he was
Yeah,
going to
but
fight Cody.
then he changed it in the post show because he even said it in the post show. Yeah, I know I said Gunther, but then now he was like, "Hey, Oos, I got the WWE Championship over
But
here." I could go like that. Yeet.
they did
And then
say
you know
that
what? I could go for the World Heavyweight Champion.
Adam
Yeet.
Pierce did say on Twitter when he talked about the rundown, we're gonna get qualification match for the chamber. He also said that Jey Uso and Charlotte Flair will be on Raw tomorrow.
Yeet.
Charlotte Flair, go to main event and just stay there. Don't come back to the main roster. Please don't. Just
Unfortunately, we
leave.
stuck with it. But Punch, what is your rating for the Royal Rumble?
I'll give it an 8.5.
Okay.
Okay, 8.5. You got
Charlotte,
anything? Is there any reason why?
Charlotte winning, obviously. Uh, and Jey Uso winning with the Saturday night main event kind of
Are
it
you
kind
saying
of hurted
that's
me.
a negative of him winning, or are you just saying him? The negative is him winning after losing.
Yeah, that's the negative side of it. Him winning after him losing.
Oh, okay.
Other than that, though, no, it was definitely a watchable Royal Rumble, and it was definitely good. You know what I mean? definitely 8.5. I was happy Jay won. I just feel like the negative side was because he lost. So it was more like I was like, damn, this is gonna hurt. Like I was yeeting, but I was like, damn, this is kind of gonna hurt same time. But nah, shout outs to Jay for winning. Shout outs to Charlotte for
Uso
1-0.
penitentiary.
I'm gonna say shout out to Charlotte for what? From stealing the spotlight from hardworking women, stealing the spotlight from my woman Liv. I should have won that.
Liv, I need you to come out there and you need to pack. You need to go back to your bag, which you did to Rhea. Pick up the chair and just throw it.
Yeah, pick up a chair, just throw that Charlotte's knee.
What they did to Liv, man. They did my girl Roxanne dirty. They didn't even give her a chance.
They did her dirty. But like you said, little big man, I need Liv to come out tomorrow night and aim for the knee. Just throw it well at the chair.
Knee. Just take the chair and just yeet it at her knee. And be like, oh, well, she's hurt. She will be out for 3 months. Yes. Don't come back either. By the way, go to NXT. Everybody's working with NXT now. So
now Liv needs to throw it at her. It says, "Welcome back," and then she swears, and she says,
or take throw it at her knee, and then just beat it with a pipe.
She says, "Welcome back." She's
ruthless.
And then she tells Charlotte, "Welcome back." I said, I suggest you get your knee checked out again.
Right. If anybody gonna face somebody at WrestleMania, it's gonna be
me.
So, but that is what it is. Leo, what do you give Royal Rumble?
I'm giving it a 7.
Who? He said
Charlotte winning just literally knocked it down 3 points off the bat.
Jeez, he was gonna give it. That means if Charlotte had won, you was gonna give it a perfect 10.
No, I would have given it like an 8 or 9, but like Charlotte was like the last person that should have won this, and I'm not a fan. I'm not gonna sit up here and say I'm not a fan of Charlotte because I am. I'm just not a fan of her booking at all, and that was like a bad booking decision in my personal opinion. And I feel like the show as a whole could have been a 10 out of 10, but I have to deduct 3 points because 2 is for Charlotte winning and the 1 point is for the tag team match. The tag team match I just didn't think was all that good. So I had to deduct. I was about to give it a 6.5 honestly, but I'm gonna give it a 7.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, Shay,
you already know, 9 for me. My man won and my girl won. Period.
What is up with you, Charlotte?
I love Charlotte. That's my girl. I got a Charlotte shirt in the room.
Little big man. Here's the thing. We said it right here. Tomorrow night, Liv Morgan is gonna make Charlotte bow down to Liv Morgan tomorrow night. She's about to make her bow down to the new queen.
Please. That'd be even better because now both women's championships going into the World Rumble will be interesting because now we don't have Charlotte Flair. We got unpredictability all the way around.
Hey, Liv just says if anybody,
and even if Liv come out, Rhea gonna come out, and so ain't no need for Liv to go on.
Well, Liv still gotta get back with Rhea because she literally trying to get a rematch.
Both Rhea and Charlotte.
I mean, but we all know Rhea gonna beat her up, so there's no reason to.
Here's the thing, though.
Try.
Liv should sneak attack both Charlotte and Rhea.
Oh, you don't want Charlotte to get sneak attack. You already know how that works.
No, I'm talking about Liv's a sneak attack Charlotte and Rhea while they're both in the ring.
Oh no!
And the lights go out, and then out of nowhere, a black hooded figure.
We don't even know who attacked Jay, so we don't even want that to happen.
Right, I don't need no more mystery attack people.
Right, we don't need no more mystery attack.
We still can't even get Jay's mystery attacker.
It don't have to be like that, little big man. It could be like this: the lights go out, a hooded figure's in the corner with a pipe and a chair. Launch both of them. One hits Charlotte, the other hits Rhea.
No, just launch both of them at Charlotte's knee, and then go for the Rhea. We need to make sure Charlotte is gone.
Yeah, I understand it now.
Listen,
I'm about to get back to watching these reruns of Collision. because I
Oh
kind of
nah,
missed it.
you tweaking.
Yeah, you tweaking. But
I'm about to
shout
go
out
back
to
and
Punch
listen.
though, man. Shout out to Punch. He came
Yeah,
through.
man. Hey, collision is better than dynamite sometimes. Okay, just
Oh,
want
we
that to
know
be
that.
clear.
Yeah. Except for Mercedes Monet.
Bro, they
Well,
barely can pull in 2,000 fans at the
hey, hey,
shows.
hey, hey. I
Do
know
you
that.
realize? Do you
Okay.
realize TNA? Do you realize TNA Genesis outsold both a Collision and a AEW Dynamite put on in the same week combined?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, of course.
And the fact that TNA is starting to sell out, TNA is starting to venture out into big arenas, while AEW is downsizing.
Hey,
Yeah.
it is. It is what it is. But if Punch, you better head on out, then we salute you.
Wrestler Pit Podcast, baby.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeet.
But but no. So that's the show. We've been on here long enough. We've been ranting and raving. You heard Shay. She gave it a 9 because her girl and Jay Uso won, yay. But started winning boo. But no, this is the show. That's the show. That's it. It's only 4 matches. They did what they needed to do. Monday Night Raw is going to be interesting. Friday Night SmackDown is going to be interesting. Hell,
Oh,
the rest of the couple of
oh
months
yeah,
is going to be interesting.
Logan Paul is disrespectful what he just did at the Rumble.
What?
He took a fan's camera and threw it to the ground while he was recording. The fan, coming out and just having, getting like the entrances.
Mm-hmm.
Logan Paul goes up to him, takes his camera, and just throws it to the ground numerous times. I don't care how much of a heel you are. You shouldn't
I
be
see
doing stuff
that.
like
I
that.
thought I was tripping, but I was like, what is he doing over there?
He just
Hey, it's Logan Paul. I don't
But you
understand
don't
what
throw somebody
I don't
camera
understand
though.
what the half. I don't understand the half the things that him and his brother does. But we're gonna get out of here. Of course, shouts out to Punch for joining the channel, giving his opinions and stuff. We did go on a tirade here. So speaking of tirade, we're gonna get the shout outs to Kicking It with Leo. Hey, we very passionate, me and Leo, about Liv Morgan. But also other women too. We are fair too. We want other women to get time to shine. And to
but Liv
Leo's
is top of
point,
the list. But Liv is
Liv is the
top of the
top of the
list.
list. But at the point, I'm not mad. I'm not like I don't hate Charlotte. I hate Charlotte's booking. I don't.
Same thing goes with
I
Becky.
love Charlotte.
Same thing goes with Rhea. We love the in-ring
I
aspect.
love Rhea. I
the
love
booking.
Charlotte. I just hate they booking because they booking traps the women in a standstill.
And they pretty much booked them. It's like they'll never let anybody go over them.
Yeah. And that's not good for business. But again, shout out to Kicking In with Leo. You see his name at the bottom. Get over to his channel and hit that like, subscribe, share, hit that notification button.
We
Do
just
all
reached
those great
1K.
things.
We just reached 1K this week.
Y'all blew my expectations. I've been saying him for the last couple of videos to get him over to 1K. He's over 1K. So hey, let's get him to 2K subscribers. Let's shoot for the stars here. Heck, in this rate, Leo will be over me. I'm almost close to 2K, but I haven't gotten into 2K just yet. But hey, let's get Leo and me, by the way. But we're gonna save me for later. But right now, get over to Kicking In with Leo's channel and hit that like, subscribe, share, hit that notification. But do all those great things for him. Get him to 2K subscribers. We want this man and everybody on their channel to be successful. Speaking of which, it's Shay. You know, she's been ranting and raving all night about her girl and her man. And even though I still don't like that Sawyer one, I hope Liv take her out tomorrow. Please.
Good God, just come out there and just go rogue. Just
go rogue and yeet the pipe at her leg or something. But
just throw the pipe at Rhea's forehead and just smash Charlotte's knee.
Do something. Jesus. Tip over that new announcer table on it. That looks like it's a sturdy enough everything now.
No, just throw her knee, just push her really hard, knees first. Just push your knees first, bro. That's what you need to do. Push your knees first into the announce table.
Jesus Christ. Shout out to everybody who's been throughout the show. I have not been doing my duties on the comment section, but we have so many comments to go through. But get over to Shay's channel, Know the Rules. If you like wrestling and if you like football and you want it on one channel, that's your girl. Shay, Know the Rules right there. Get over there and hit that like, subscribe, share, hit that notification button. We want to get her to 500 or more subscribers. So again, as you can see on the channel, that's Know the Rules. Before we get to Chris, and I do want to shout out some of the fans who came through. We were so busy with the video. I did not do my job of putting these comments up. Beer said he was disappointed with the winner of the Women's Rumble. Yeah, I was too. Yeah, I definitely was. I was disappointed. I mean, that's a fair thing. Everybody was disappointed. John, he said, shout out to Timmy, the racing channel. He said he really thought that Cena was going to win the Rumble. That was the thought process, but didn't happen.
It would just make more sense if Jay would have won. I just thought it made some more sense.
Yeah. So my answer from the last stream to end about the Mid-South Wrestling, my answer is Jay and Mr. Crockett's promoter, JCP, was a wrestling company that promoted Mid-Atlantic Championship Wrestling. Oh, okay. Yeah, I did not know that. I know about, of course, I know about Mid-South, but I didn't know that led into all this other stuff. So, what else is that? Try to get right to Raw USA. Nah, we don't need Raw back on USA. We really don't. No,
oh nah,
we don't.
Netflix is good. Netflix is good.
Earlier that they did back in the 80s with the Mid-South Wrestling. What's up, say beer? Okay. Prince Dre 08. What's up? Thanks for
Cody.
joining.
He's talking about Cody. Say bye to the trench coat.
Yeah. He's the prize fighter. That what he is. Yeah, he talking about Kevin Owens.
Yep.
See, shouts out to Harley for joining. What's up, Harley? Shay Beer said congratulations to Shay. Hope that he don't drop the ball with Jay. God,
that Jay gets sent back to the Uso Penitentiary.
Right. John Cena, Drew McIntyre, and the other top wrestlers are expected to compete in the they're definitely going to be in the Elimination Chamber.
Yeah, I'm probably make a prediction video talking about who I think are being the chamber matches.
Oh yeah, we definitely gonna do one closer till we get to the chamber. Let's see who else we got. He said in the women's world, Charlotte Flair returned from injury to get the win. Yeah, that's the whole problem. She returned from injury just to get the win. Where we got women who's basically earned that top spot.
Year.
Who earned that top spot, and they were just like, nah, we're gonna give it to Charlotte. Charlotte hasn't been okay. All right. Charlotte Flair, Chelsea Gray, Nia Jax, Bianca Belair, Jade Cargill, Jordan Grace.
No chamber. Charlotte already won. What more do you want? But Charlotte is that she won all the titles, but no.
Nah. Charlotte won. Stevie Ray. Stevie Ray would be crazy. Stevie Ray would come out to that. Okay. All right. Going through all here. Let's see. He put that twice.
Thank you. No more 4 horsewomen, please. No.
Yes, we don't need no more 4 horsewomen. We really don't.
Rochelle, the help she nobody.
He talked about Raquel already. Yeah, no. Jay was fresh and new, but Charlotte, dude, come on. Yeah.
Hey, here's the thing though, and this might sound funny. Here's the thing with Charlotte: new body, new look, same result.
Luca gets traded before Zion for poor physical health. That's wild. Yeah, that whole thing was wild.
Bro, I'm still like in disarray for that. Like, what? You traded your best guy.
WrestleMania at 17, the
Iron
Iron
Sheik
Sheik.
defeated Brother Love, Bushwhackers, and others to win a gimmick battle royal. Good God Almighty!
Yeah.
Really should have had Ben Roxanne to keep her hot. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I would have taken that. I would have taken Roxanne.
I would have even taken Naya, bro.
Yeah. Yeet. Let's see. Alexa versus Liv at Mania sounds good to me from that elimination. Yeah.
But I would love to see that match 1-on-1. But at the same time, I feel like that just fits the Intercontinental Championship, though.
Yeah. Charlotte is the queen, so if she wants to be the man, she has to beat the man. Yeah, and I think the man is Becky Lynch, right?
Yeah.
Let's see. Maxine Dupree was trash. Hey, she eliminated Ivy now, so
she needs to snap like
Alicia Fox. Yeah.
Liv Morgan needs to snap like Alicia Fox.
But not be goofy though with it.
Nah, she just needs to be sadistic.
Yeah, she needs
to be Randy Orton, like how Randy Orton was in 2009 when he was punching people.
What's up here? These thoughts. Like I said, my bad, bro. I didn't get. I got to the comics.
Hey, he was at the Rumble last night too.
Oh, he was. Hey, bro. I bet you you had the time of your life.
Not with Charlotte.
Chris West reviews one of the people voices sound bad on their screen. Oh yeah. Yeah, I think that was Punch. He was coming like in and out a little bit.
They need to put Liv in an Extreme Rules match like the Hardy Boys and Lita did back in the day in WrestleMania
17. Yeah,
probably.
Yeah,
that would help her. That would help her.
They could put Liv Morgan in a cage match that Liv Morgan can't get out of the cage at all. Yeah. That would be the Hell in a Cell match for her and Rhea.
Yeah. She can't really just climb out. She can't escape out. She got great.
Just let me know, bro. If you want to get on if you want to be here in the channel with us, all you gotta do is let me know. Let Chris know, let somebody know. And we'll make it happen, Captain. Let's see. Sure. Well, next time we get on the stream, you can tell us. We're about to get off. I just want to go to the comments to get everybody to get some people.
Men's Rumble, Jey Uso came out on top, out less than 29 other competitors, and getting the final elimination against John Cena to secure a title shot at WrestleMania.
Yeah, that's a good way to put somebody over. You want to put somebody over? That's a good way to do it.
New competitor will enter every 90 seconds. Yeah, that's supposed to be what happened, but
that's supposed to happen, but it didn't happen for the men's one. They rushed that, but I didn't know they had a curfew. I did not know that.
Yeah, same. Everyone, I am fixing to get off and trying to get some eats and have a stream. Okay, for everyone. Okay. Yeah. Nothing wrong with Jay winning. Exactly. No. Nothing wrong with Jay winning.
Nothing wrong with him winning.
A and B combos. Now, shout out to A and B combos.
Shout out to A and B combos. Thanks for showing up. It's a fair point about Charlotte.
Hey, they have a lot of great points. Shout out to them. Some of the hardest working people in the wrestling community. Shout out to y'all. Y'all keep doing y'all thing.
Yeah, y'all do y'all thing, man. Thanks for joining.
We gotta set some up. A B combos. If you still in the chat, we gotta set something up as we head into Chamber of Mania. We gotta set something up.
Oh yeah. Get at us, man. We gotta set something up. Have you on the show.
Yeah,
hey, we'll love to have you. The more the merrier.
For sure. Whether if you're on their channel, if you're on mine, or if I'm on yours, and we do some back and forth, let DM me or something. If you guys got Instagram or Twitter, let me know. I'll send something out to you guys, or try to get at me, and we could set something up with Rumble being out the way on the Chamber and Mania and stuff like that. So
yeah. But they said it's a fair point about Charlotte and a shell complaint about Charlotte, but it's also about money and who's putting asses in seats for Mania. For Flair has that, but it also depends on her opponent. Yeah,
Yeah.
Jay
Dave versus
versus Gunther is David versus
David
Goliath.
Goliath.
Jay is going to get worked by the ring general again, but that's why the crowd will go nuts. He'll finally overcome the beast.
Not the beast Brock Lesnar.
Not the beast Brock Lesnar, but we get it.
Charlotte won't be around forever, and truthfully, she might not win at Mania. If she loses, she goes to the back of the line.
She's not losing that Mania.
If she goes to the, I don't even think if she loses, she went to the back of the line because she's Charlotte. She just throw a weight around and just still be in the, and she'll literally pull the rear card and still be getting opportunities.
True. Let's see. Gotta walk the
channel mascots will be back.
Okay. Joe Hendry. Hey, you say his name, he appeared, right?
He said it.
Yeah. For sure. Hit that like button. Yeah. Hey, shouts out to y'all, man. Thanks for being a part of the channel, man. Thanks for being a part of the channel. But like again, if you seeing this, hey, hit us up. We'll work something out. We'll get you on the channel. Now that we ran through the comments, that's my bad. We were so into the thing. That was my bad. But shouts out to Chris. He's getting closer and closer to that 100,000 subscriber mark. That's the goal for all of us here on this channel, is to reach the heights of Chris Wrestling Views. But until then, we want to get him there first. So get over to Chris Wrestling Views channel and hit that like, subscribe, share, hit that notification button, do all those great things for him, because we want him to get to that 100,000 subscriber mark. Because when he get on here, we need to see that YouTube plaque, because then I will have one eventually. Leo will have one. Shay will have one. Punch will have one. That is the goal, to trickle down to the rest of us. But it starts with Chris first. So again, get to his channel, Chris Wrestling Views, and hit that like, subscribe, share, hit that notification button, do all those great things for him. Shouts out to Jeff Wrestling 24. Get over to his channel. He's been having a little hard time with the YouTube gods, but he should be on the right track now. And we want to get him to 500 or more subscribers. Again, that's Jeff Wrestling 24. And hit that like, subscribe, share, hit that notification button, do all those great things for him as well. Shouts out to Hector, Big Bro Hector. He will be on the channel pretty much around March, April, when we get to WrestleMania. That's usually when he pops around, and he sticks around for a little bit. But eventually, as we get successful, hey, he'd be on here almost every time. But again, shouts out to him. Then there's me. Shouts out to get over to my channel and hit that like, subscribe, share, hit that notification button. Do all those great things for me, because I'm trying to get to 10,000 subscribers. And when I do, there's a reward for one lucky tribe member. But if you like wrestling videos, you like gameplay videos, you like reviews about movies and TV shows and all the such, even eventually comic books as well, then yeah, get over to my channel. You see my name right there, Little Bit Man Gaming. But speaking of rewards, there's one more channel we got to shout out before we get out of here, and that's the Wrestling Pit Podcast, for bringing you this entertaining and long review for Royal Rumble. Get over there and hit that like, subscribe, share, hit that notification button, do all those great things for the Wrestling Pit Podcast, because when you do, and you get us to 500 or more subscribers here on the Wrestling Pit Podcast, there's a reward for one lucky pit member. And Shane, aka Punch, aka Thanos, has already teased what that reward is. Hint, hint. It might be a shirt. It might be a hoodie. It could be any combination of those things. But you won't know until we get there. With that being said, we're gonna get out of here. We're gonna enjoy the rest of our Sunday for what we got left of it before we wake up for work in the morning, or what have you. For those who got to work in the morning, we're gonna end this by saying what we always do: Wrestling Pit Podcast, baby. Yes, we love you guys. We out. See you Tuesday and next Saturday, or maybe Thursday. Who knows?